Alright, hello and welcome back to the Training Mode Network Neo. In case you're unfamiliar, we're a community-run continuation of the original Training Mode Network run by Devingly, and we focus on both running beginner/intermediate level tournaments for a variety of fighting games, and growing a community for people wanting to learn, improve, and just have a good time all around. I'm Riley, your host for tonight's BB Tag Bracket, and today I am going to be on commentary with Lonely here. How you doing?
Yo everyone, it's been quite a while since I've commentated for a TMN bracket. It's been a couple of months now, but always happy to be here. Really love what they do over here at TMN, and always glad to show my support just by yapping, because I certainly can't show my support by joining.
No, you cannot.
But yeah, you know, pretty solid 9-person bracket that we got here tonight. And of course, I'm not super familiar with the TMN community as I am with the... it sounds kind of rude to say it like this, but like, you know, more general BB Tag community. Of course, TMN fosters quite a unique batch of players that I don't often get to see when it comes to a normal bracket, but regardless, really love seeing some new folks, and I always really like to see what these beginner intermediate players have to bring, because it's such a unique environment.
Very well said. I'm not used to commentating with people who are this well spoken. This is very new.
I can dumb myself down a little bit. If
No, you're good. You're good. It's just like I don't really know how to, like, you kind of just said everything. I don't really know how to follow up on that.
Mood. I mean, you know, honestly, you're the homebody here in terms of the commentator for TMN, so I'd love your input when it comes to some of the players that I might not be super familiar with, because, you know, I recognize some people. Intimidaving, really like seeing them. Pillowtalk, a player that I've gotten to see a lot, I think, on older PS4 brackets, so good to see them here. But these two players up here, I've never seen before in my life.
I was just about to bring that up. Yeah, although I am a lot more familiar with a lot of these names in this bracket, there are a couple that that are pretty new here, which are like these two, like these two for our first match, Elite Bar 25 versus Tron Ultimate. I think they've definitely signed. I've definitely seen them sign up a couple times, but this is the first time that I've actually seen them both fully playing, I believe. I'm not 100% confident on that, but definitely first time I've commentated then.
Interesting. Okay, we got, I believe, Tron on the left here, rocking with the double toaster team, and then Elite Bar 25. I think Makoto Gordeau. Yeah, that's an eccentric team, all right.
We have all of the low tiers and Aigis, but all of the low tiers here today.
Sure, okay, going nice for the overhead there, but not keeping all burst safe, trying to 5C out of the situation. Elite Bar trying to finish the combo here, but no, not going to be finishing. We're swinging back and forth in neutral, and that 5B is getting punished.
I do notice the Elite Bar's routing. I'm not too familiar with board routing, but it did look like the standard board routing for a second. Just accidental misinput on the 5C is very unfortunate.
That's here and there. Ooh, another 5C trying to come out, and a good punish. Labrys is going to be put into the red zone, catching the active swap as well, going for a little bit of reset, and converting off the combo. Elite Bar here looking pretty good.
Unfortunately, no assist. The super hitting all the way above, not getting a full connect, unfortunately. The burst whiff there? Are you serious?
Labrys 2B is a bad button. That's all I gotta say about that.
You know what? I agree. Hey, Resonance pause. Doesn't block the assist. Can we get this? The height's a little bit awkward. Unfortunate drop. We hit JB. That's going to be a lot of damage on Makoto. Not going to be enough to get the kill, though.
Alright, still going to keep in the Makoto. A little bit of a risky proposition there, but managing to find that JA and neutral. Elite Bar going to be taking the first game. And, like, yeah, I think always as a preference when it comes to these beginner intermediate tournaments, I think it kind of goes without saying, but the combo comfortability and the general, like, stuff that you might be used to if you watch a lot of BB Tag, it's not quite going to be there. But what I really like to see is that they have a idea of what they want to do in terms of like combo routing, like pressure strings, and Elite Bar showing, you know, they have the know-how or they know like the general methodologies of how to do stuff like Gordeau or Makoto combos. It's, you know, they just need some more of that time to get that execution in. But like, I really do like what I'm seeing here.
Yeah, absolutely. I've experienced it a lot myself of like of being newer to a game in terms of your skill level, and like you have the confirms in your head, you know what you're supposed to do, but just being able to hit them in a real match scenario, it's a lot different from just like grinding the combo over and over again and training hard.
For sure. And yeah, another unfortunate drop there from Elite Bar, but still managing to get that burst with 2. Yeah, unfortunately Tron, aka Benji over here, not getting a couple combos here. Not going to be punishing that 5B either, and getting called out with that Orgia dash by Gordeau.
Also, just looking one thing I'm noticing, looking a little lost on what to do in neutral with Aigis.
I mean, Aigis, quite frankly, one of the weirdest characters to operate in neutral. Definitely not what she specializes in. Aigis, like, generally wants to, like, be very in and just keep you there, but that is almost going to be a dead Labrys.
Could have absolutely been the kill. All you needed was one super. I don't even think you needed DHC with that low health. You have the cross up. Block it, the push block, we're not gonna get never mind, we are gonna get a punish, the 5B. I forgot we're playing Gord. We're playing Unnight characters.
Yeah, a little I honestly didn't think they would get the punish there. Like, even with Gord 5B, it's a relatively slow button, but hey, you know, Labrys super on block being very punishable there. But yeah, Elite Bar showing some pretty dominant presence in this match, and we're gonna be seeing a full swap over to Blake Yukiko, a team that I've really liked in theory, but nobody's really been able to put into practice.
Let's take this one step at a time.
Okay, let's get I can't really think of anyone off the top of my head that plays specifically this team. I just kind of assume that someone like Podge is able to pilot it to like a decent level. I don't know how much Podge played is like played.
Not at all. I'll tell you that right now.
Okay, alright, never mind then.
No, I like the Yukiko player I probably trust this with team is Darkness, and they haven't played in like ages. Right, but showing some pretty annoying spacing here with this Blake, but you gotta be careful. This is a double 16k team, so it is really fragile. Going for another 5C, cannot quite get the punish though. Trying to get some, maybe 2 or 4Cs, I'm not exactly sure, but hey, you know, you can go swinging it around, but it is gonna be a swing and a miss here, forcing out a burst into the Blake.
That is kind of what I was assuming as well. It's not just not really looking at your meter, just thinking that you're able to do your kind of broken EX move. Yeah, just that minor amount of awareness is necessary.
Sure, okay, gonna be bursting out the Yukiko, whipping out the super. Is that going to punish anything? No, not quite.
Well, not able to get the punish with the Toga either. I don't know what the super's called, so I'm just calling it Toga.
Untouchable Beauty, I think, but hey, that's gonna be a kill there for Tron. It'll be the first kill of the night for them, but quickly their Blake is gonna fall down. So if you go level 4 Resonance, this character can be horrifying.
Yeah, but can they even get started? Nice. The Agidai not gonna hit, hits the extended hurt box on the scythe, and that's gonna be it. Elite Bar taking the set 3-0.
How am I supposed to relax in a place like this?
Yes, unfortunately here for Tron, a little, I think a little too much character unfamiliarity. Of course, you know, not their fault in the slightest, but in terms of these tournament matches, you kind of just got to play with the hand that you're dealt in Elite Bar. Going to be, yeah, showing a lot of proficiency here, I think, with the Makoto Gordeau comp. A very eccentric team comp.
yeah, definitely. I can see we're getting a lot further in these brackets, given extra time, extra lab practice. We do have a our usual TO Zarkon, who I should say is not here today, sadly, due to their headphones broke literally this morning.
It hasn't been a good day for TMN Tech.
It is not. Absolutely.
Like, I don't know if I'm allowed to share the information about what happened to our main commentators for today. it's nothing like actually that serious, but I don't know how deep the privacy should be for that. But I could say that that like there's just been a lot of issues that has caused us a lot of shift on who was on shift for today.
There was meant to be someone else on commentary here instead of me, but sadly people could not make it, so we're just gonna have to rock with what we do.
It's fine.
All right.
It's all right. It's gonna be a good night. Just
It's
as long
already
as
been a good night.
Yeah. Hopefully it stays that way.
Hopefully, yeah. Anyways, into our next match. This is Pillowtalk versus Sooner. Sooner is a player that I'm especially a big fan of. I love watching Ragna Ruby. This team is funny. This team is funny as hell, despite me not really liking Ruby that much.
Understand. Yeah, Pillowtalk. Honestly, I didn't know they had PC tag, but yeah, you know, gonna be a player that I've seen quite a bit in the past, and yeah, we're gonna see the clash of them here, going in with a bead wall, starting that corner pressure. Yeah, this is gonna be really annoying to get out of.
Alright, Ragna pressure starting, never mind, we just push block away with that. Oh, we could've gotten a confirm there, actually. Never mind, we get it right there, the burst out, Sooner not ready for it. Nice fight the anti-air from Pillowtalk.
Ooh, yeah, got the JB overhead, but not baiting out the DP here. Showing a little bit of respect for the Yuzu buttons, but gonna be another DP getting whipped out. Pillowtalk does not want to hold any of this.
Neither player having the burst punishes on deck, and we get the block DP. That's gonna be a good amount of damage and healing for Sooner. Damn. Oh? Not ready for it? We get the block, nice!
Ooh,
Oh, no,
yeah.
that looks like a lag spike.
Yeah, they try to go for the A gun blast route, but not quite working out. No burst punish either. However, yeah, Pillowtalk's characters, I think, in the significantly worse position, reverse hit DP going to be coming out, and another DP going punish here. Sooner taking the advantage, but still that Ruby in the back is not looking so hot. Blocked the best move in the game, but no punish, but does punish that jump in.
Resonance here. What's the next? We're trying to respect. We're looking for a reversal. We're just getting thrown. A little bit unfortunate, but we do have the solo Ragna. Level 3 res. Pretty good. If you're able to just get that one hit. Reversal attempt? Alright. This isn't? No, this is dead. This is dead. Never mind.
You got the finishing touch right there, and just like that, it was looking so good for Sooner there, but I think a couple hasty like defensive decisions, you know, those DPs, poor bursts, you know, just allowing Pillowtalk to really build up that advantage. And like Yuzu, I would call like a big damage character, but like I would say like on average, like she actually has some pretty good cash out. So even despite being a zoner or like zoner-esque character, you still gotta watch out for those hard burst punishes.
I will say a consistent problem that Sooner tends to have is not the greatest at anti-airing, which it's definitely died down a little bit from what I remember. But a lot of the time we'll tend to anti-air with a lot of anti-air attempts from Sooner will be with a DP, which normally is like, you know, fair enough decision, but also you are playing Ragna the Blood Edge. You have 5B. You have one of the best anti-air buttons kind of in the game, to my knowledge.
Yeah, that 5B is a really good defensive anti-air. Like, starts at like frame 4 head invul or something ridiculous like that, but it doesn't matter if you got a good anti-air when you're stuck in the mix here. Missing the JB, allowing the Ruby to get out a little bit. The Mitsuru just keeping her locked down.
Trying to fuzzy jump a lot against this Mitsuru pressure, which, fair enough, just get that instant overhead out of the equation if you're able to. Nice punish! Oh. The burst whip on the blood scythe, are you serious? I've never seen that happen.
Yeah, sorry, I am SoCal, so any Ragna player immediately gets a buff, but they're gonna need a little more than that. This Yuzu going to be going a little crazy. One-touch situation, I think, for the Ragna, but a nice DP out of the situation. Going to be trying to run up to this Yuzu, chasing her down. Wants to get that kill in, but no, not quite spacing those 5As good enough, and that resonance will be running out. But no kill, thankfully, off that interaction, but this might prove to be fatal.
Yeah, no, that's gonna look like it. Never mind, you dropped the combo! We're running forward? I'm sorry?
Dead?
Alright, all of a sudden there's a lot more doable for Sooner. All you need to do is not get hit. I shield up. The DP on the minus frames! Pillowtalk going up 2-0.
You know, I'm not super familiar with Sooner. Yeah, it sounds like one of the people that really likes hanging out in TMN. But like, I mean, they got some of that Ragna in them.
Yeah.
Like I can tell.
I will say this is probably I'm mostly sure this is not going to be the only the only capital R Ragna that we're seeing tonight.
Splendid.
Okay, going into game 3, I wonder. Okay, what's the round start?
Yeah, they both have pretty good round start option, and both of them deciding to respect each other, backing off a little bit. But yeah, that's going to get called out immediately. Yuzu burst tonight is just not working out. Okay? The tech issues are not the only thing we have to worry about, apparently.
Yeah, we had the burst punish, but Sooner messing up and accidentally doing 6A instead of 5A, which caused that to whiff. Oh, the throw counter! I wonder what Sooner pressed. Probably 5A.
Yeah, that Dwa has a really weird frame advantage. I wouldn't be able to tell you, but DP straight through the gap. Pillowtalk, I would still say a very distinct disadvantage, but not going to get that punish. Slowly building up everything and runs out of meter. This is a do or die. That's just been consistent tonight, huh?
Yeah. Another thing I'm noticing is that Pillowtalk's going up for a lot of these like more committal. A lot of these more committal like neutral options, and Sooner is full on bar. You can just let a Carnage Scissors rip like whenever you want. Nice TV.
Yeah, but doesn't quite respect the good old run up meaty with the 5A, and Sooner putting one game on the board in a pretty convincing fashion too.
Yeah, finally getting up there, looking a lot more doable. Maybe this set I think is still pretty much anyone's.
Yeah, for sure. Like, no game has gone as swimmingly as that last one, and you know that was Sooners. Sorry, not Sooners. Sooners. Like first game on the board, and like overall they've been putting up a pretty good fight. I do think the Yuzu has been the primary issue, and considering just how long Pillowtalk has been playing the character, they're one of the more proficient users out there, and she's such a tricky character to have to deal with, especially if the person knows what they're doing.
Yeah, I can speak from experience. I do not like that Yuzuriha. I really like Yuzuriha for everything except for for fighting her.
Mood. This character's annoying.
I'm glad you understand, Lon. Nice. Yep. Oh, the double B. You get the confirm off of it too. Unfortunate burst though. Nice. We get the block on the DP. Keeping routes. We got these. No lag this time. Buzzsaw. Jump. Oh no, we go for that. It was still safe though. The counts.
A safe jump is indeed a jump that was safe, but doesn't come in for the kill. They just kind of stood there. I'm curious what they were thinking, but hey, keeping that kill meter pausing, forcing out a burst early. Sooner looking like they want to make some type of statement here in this set, but gets a happy birthday for their trouble. Chasing down the Yuzu, but that resonance is slowly building up, and a DP. And no full confirm of that 5A, but nice block on the Gauntlet Hades. We still keeping it in, but no punish on that 5C either. Sooner wants to go in, go out, and this is looking like, I don't think this is a kill.
It's gonna be a little bit close. I think you needed to do 2-1-4 super there. Then it would have killed. Never mind. All right.
I think. We're both wrong. We both lost the will to kill.
My channel points now. I'm broke.
Well, yeah, I mean... Sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, what's the usual for me being broke?
Man. But yeah, like, Sooner making quite a statement here. You know, they went down 2 games, tough fought, but like they're making those matches look kind of like download rounds because just the aggressiveness that I'm seeing from Sooner, it's being really well crafted. Even though there's a couple drops here and there, it seems like they have a pretty decent idea of what to do on those mistakes or just exploiting some of Pillowtalk's a little bit of hasty like defensive habits. They're noticing a lot of DPs, but you know, Pillowtalk going to be starting off pretty strong here at the start.
Another thing in terms of adaptation that I'm noticing is that Pillowtalk is blocking the second hit of Gauntlet Hades, which, for those that are unaware, Gauntlet Hades in this game is jump cancelable on both hit and block. It's how you combo off of it instead of having to run a 5C, by the way. That's a dead.
That was insane. Yeah, go. Sorry, go. You continue.
Yeah, but yeah, that's how you combo off of it. You jump cancel it in this game. That also means that you have to. That also means that you have to. You have to crouch the second hit of Gauntlet Hades in order to punish it. If not, the Ragna gets away completely safe.
That is definitely something you have to be aware of. But gets the low. That's actually gonna make this a 1v1.
Yeah, 1v1 and a full health Ragna.
Yeah, level 3 resonance.
Which Ragna having 18k, I believe?
Ragna's 70k, he's fine.
70k?
He's at
Alright.
health. Yeah.
I never know health though. I always think my characters are 17k when they're 18.
Mood.
Alright,
I mean,
low again. This might not gonna be it just yet. We do have the routes though. Into the hand. 5C, we res through it. Just jump back. Ooh. That would have been a second firm. That would have been a second firm. Ooh, the back elbow. All right. Yep, you just unload here.
Oh no.
We dropped.
No.
Oh, that's so unfortunate. That could have been Pillowtalk's back. That could have been Pillowtalk's way back into the game, but Sooner just gonna take that set 3-2.
Yeah, just like I was thinking like Pillowtalk, they got comfortable. They got really comfortable in this last game. They killed off the Ruby, and I think some of that overconfidence kind of got to them because like by the time the Residence was running out, Mitsuru was literally in that one touch zone. Like Sooner was doing such a good job of using what little they had available to just make sure that Pillowtalk never felt too comfortable actually getting to play the game, almost to the point where it was just like by the time the 1v1 happened, it was like it was literally even. So very impressive stuff for Sooner to make such a good situation happen from a really bad scenario, and yeah, very impressive rooting too. I honestly, even as somebody that's familiar with Ragna rooting, I don't even do these roots.
Yeah, no, definitely had the optimals. I've never seen the belly ledge loops. I've never seen Sooner do those.
Yeah, it's just like I'm not 100% sure if it's optimal for damage, but in terms of the timing and just like in terms of like making the most out of like the combo timer, it seems like they adjusted their routing accordingly and were able to just go into the DBD super just to maximize like damage, health values. It was very impressive stuff, but like, yeah, not to downplay like how well Pillowtalk was doing overall. Had a really good grasp with the Yuzu movement, making it very hard for their characters to move around, but I think they really struggled when it comes to like defending against Ragna in particular, which is like I don't blame them. He's pretty good offense.
Yeah, Ragna's typically a character that you have that is like a big knowledge check on offense. Which, from one knowledge check to another, Ruby Blitztank.
Ruby Susano'o. Well, Ruby Susano'o is a really good team.
Yeah. No, like this is one of BX like already like in this next set. Yeah, Shyoshiguy I think is it Shyoshi or is it Shio? I don't know. But and this is another player that I'm not really familiar with. I think this is their first. I believe this is his first TMN. But BXR, very known name. Colloquially known as Phantom Drop 99.
Oh god.
that one's a nickname of my own, but hopefully their consistencies. Oh, what a big success!
Yeah, you know, the Order showing off some pretty impressive stuff there with that Ruby side swap. Gonna be going to the tank, walk to the 5C and a 4P in the back just for a quick and nice punish. And yeah, Tank's one of those characters that's really rare everywhere. Such a clunky character to have to deal with, but you know, doing some good job spacing it around. Not going to be allowing for too free of a punish here on the Ruby, but this giant take is really hard to maneuver with, and a 5C coming out from BXR going to be slowly regaining that advantage, I'd say. Oh, that's
close. The counter hit that could have been a dead tank if not for that burst. Tank does one of the few characters that has 20k health, but that's not helping too much against Susano'o 6-beat counter hit starter or 5-beat.
That's quite a bit of damage. Not going to be punishing the 6-6 there, but does manage to get the tank grab.
Yeah, BXR playing incredibly careful against this tank. Definitely buried a little from past experiences, probably. Crescent Rose. Oh, gets Hippo play. Tries to DHC out a little bit unfortunate. Doesn't get the assist called correct. Blocks the DP. That's really bad.
So we're be coming in, Miss BB tag with level 4 resonance and a lot of red health available. I'm a little surprised they're waiting so long to pop this resonance, but trying to find that opportune time too, and this might be, but unfortunately gonna be a drop. Gotta pop the resonance anyways.
A little bit too early. Nice gets the super, not gonna be dead just yet. Jump out of it. Yup. Just super. Tara? See at that? And we do not. Unfortunate.
What?
Wait, he was still out? Wait, he was still hittable?
I'm about as surprised as you.
What? I didn't know that was a thing. That was cool.
Yeah, a little bit of awkward situation. BXR definitely on the back foot here. Level 4 resonance on their side. Probably doesn't really matter in the meter gain. And yeah, just a simple air. No need for resonance for that. And that was a pretty intense first game.
Yep, Shyoshiguy taking actually some really good, just a really good data from that first game of BXR is likely going to be a lot more careful around pressuring your blitz tank, which that just lets you get away with so much more.
Yeah, like blitz tank DP like on trigger is really hard to punish. Like unlike Akatsuki who does have a tech too, blitz tank's DP is way too active and it's like way too big, so yeah, it's like a lot of the defensive options or a lot of the offensive options that you need to be aware of against blitz or that you normally would do, you kind of need to be aware of which ones are actually going to be like relatively okay to do against Blitztank, because of course being a counter GP and being an ABK counter GP, it allows him a lot of leeway when it comes to dealing with some of your offensive options. Of course, you know, there's ways around it, but despite being a slow character, Tank is far from a character that's like kind of just sits there and takes it. He can definitely fire back.
Yeah, which they switched to the Yuzu. I do actually like more because on a lot of the armor options that Tank has to rely on in neutral, if you just press a low, then you just kind of don't have to worry about that. And Yuzu, you know, that Yuzu is incredibly nice for stuffing out armor attempts.
And already starting off with some confidence here. Nice block on the empty jump low, but resetting pressure and a good call out on that option, but not quite able to anti-air. Throws out the gun blast and the super. Shyoshiguy is, yeah, definitely getting some advantage here, especially with that 5C.
It's the 2A, but gets the reset. Press goes across again. Counter hit. Oh, catches the raw tag.
Yeah, just gonna be throwing out some air buttons in neutral. Waits up with the super. That should be a nice punish, but not gonna be baiting out the burst. And going out a super of their own, not a counter hit, so I don't think this is gonna be a kill. But nobody wants to block here. Cross up 4P as well. BXR once again on that back foot.
And 5A catching the jump out attempts. That's gonna be another game for Shyoshiguy. Oh, never mind. Oh, commentator's correct, so I apologize.
You get used to it.
No, don't worry. It definitely has happened to me a lot before.
Yeah, it'd be like that. But hey, you didn't curse them enough. They still won the match at the end of the day. But yeah, Shyoshiguy currently, I believe, up 2, and it's been interesting watching how the match dynamic played, because I would say they've been really scrambly, and like overall in terms of the hits, like obviously it's in Shyoshiguy's favor, but like no one's really gotten like solid like looping Oki or anything like that. It's been mostly a game won through neutral interactions. And with that in mind, Shyoshiguy absolutely has the advantage. Like, higher cash outs thanks to Tank's big damage, as well as having 20k health. It's like, if they continue to play this, like, scramble attrition heavy game, it's like, Shyoshiguy is definitely going to win, so it's up to BXR to do something.
Yeah, not to mention that BXR has just kind of looked a little bit uncomfortable in these, like, scramble scenarios. Like, yeah, like, right there, that's 236B. Like, this kind of looks like just unaware of what to do in the mirror with that tank in the back.
Definitely jumping out of the Oki though, and yeah, just like once again, like drop the Oki situation into a scramble, just leading to Shyoshiguy's favor, using that opportunity with a 5P to get straight into the Yuzuriha, and there is so much going on.
Cross-up setup, the 2B. Alright, not gonna get the punish again, just gonna air dash over, not going for these punish attempts at all. Just scared, I guess.
Yeah, they've rushed at each other with an air dash into a button, and it's always been in Shyoshiguy's favor, but yeah, just like that, getting the conversion too, that's a dead Ruby solo Yuzu, that's a rough comeback to make.
Yeah, just as Yuzu left now, misses the throw attempt, that's so unfortunate. Yoshiguy's just gonna take that simple confirm into super GHC, and that is it. Takes the set 3-0.
Yes, and with the very emphatic comp of Ruby, a Blitztank for sure, and like they're really common about like Blitztank teams and how they generally operate, but like most Blitztank teams tend to focus on Blitztanks themselves, like trying to set up like unblockable setups or just emphasizing his zoning or stuff like that. This is a more interesting case where Shyoshiguy is actually using Blitztank as more of an anchor and more as a support tool for Ruby. And with that in mind, like, Blitztank is actually a pretty damn competent support character. It has a fantastic 4P, solid 6P, like, laser assist, and just, like, good damage overall. So, very interesting dynamic of a team comp that you don't normally see in Blitztank, but still nonetheless effective.
Yeah, and already we're going right into our losers top. Yeah, due to our smaller bracket, we are going to be going right into our top 8. Starting off in our losers side with Pillowtalk versus Alibaba Bar. Which this is not Akatsuki Yumi is a. I don't really know what I don't know what my
it's a swing comp. Like, I would describe this as I want to swing.
Yeah, which judging by TMN's premiere Akatsuki Yumi Intimidating, that definitely tracks. Just the raw PC down.
Yeah, gonna be getting that full conversion on the beat wall. Not gonna be a true combo though, but doesn't really matter. I thought they were gonna bait out the burst, but not quite.
As we do say, blue beats matter.
Indeed. Very good patience here, up until the point where I just praise them for their patience. They matched at the wrong time.
Unfortunate, nice 5B. We're just gonna take them all the way to the coast. Oh, never mind. Alright, the burst.
Yeah, unfortunate opportunity there. I don't think they realized they could have supered in order to kill. But it's okay. Gonna be getting that 5B call. A nice chunk of damage here with the Yumi. Another blue B combo. This is what we're doing here. No catch on the super though.
Pillowtalk's not teching there. It's interesting. This game is, you do not need to mash tech, you just need to hold, so getting blue beats there is a little bit unfortunate, but Pillowtalk just the 5C and the extra clash gonna take that game.
Yeah, a little bit of a scrambling back and forth, and yeah, just like when I say like a Akatsuki Yumi is a swing comp, like it's one of those teams that in terms of traditional synergy doesn't really work together. Like you're kind of putting two support characters together, which is not usually the meta for team compositions, but like in terms of just like pure damage output and like the ability to just kind of win like scramble situation, it's pretty damn good.
Okay.
But yeah, they'll be swapping over to the Makoto Gordeau comp. This is what they kind of showcased in the winner side, and at this one I don't know what the main comp is, but this is the one that they've had the most success with.
Yeah, one thing I do want to point out, just looking at the bracket, I believe it would be this team that ended up taking a game off of our top seed for tonight, Lavender. So it does have a good amount of potential.
Yeah, it's just a matter of it getting going, and it doesn't look the worst here for Elite Bar, but this Mitsuru pressure gonna be really well oriented and managing like low crush the Makoto to a little bit of unfortunate there, getting the frame trap with the JB as well. Solo Gordeau coming in and getting another conversion off the beat. More blue beats here. I think Elite Bar has just not been ready for a lot of these hits.
We are unfortunately not checking. The resonance, we get the 5B, nice. Did we have to confirm though? No, we do not, unfortunate. Oh, but we catch it with the raw super.
Just from the heavens there, no punch on the 5C, going in for another raw super. You gotta be careful, that can hit behind. Okay, we're good.
I have no clue how big the behind hitbox is.
I think from that angle, like, Yuzu was fine, but I've seen some stuff.
No opponent is too much for me to handle. Here.
But yeah, it's overall, I think it's been pretty hard for Elite Bar to really maintain their advantage, and a lot of it has to do, unfortunately, like not being super comfortable with those combo routes and getting the Oki going, because like for how long Pillowtalk has been kind of playing their characters, they are relatively comfortable with the general like kind of flowchart of Mitsuru Yuzu, so they're able to maintain their pressure just a little bit more, and I think that's been the difference maker, despite the neutral being kind of 50-50.
I really like just respecting the just sitting in block, just respecting the Makoto JC coming down from the heavens.
Ooh, yeah, maybe a
throw. Maybe probably meant to be super. Oh, what's the DP? That's so unfortunate. Board DP not really known for being the greatest, I believe.
It's definitely quite slow, and like that's kind of just the name of the game of Gordeau, is like just having really slow buttons. Like he has big ones, but they're not quite good. But Yuzu has not been having a good day with burst. Her own or someone else's, apparently.
Yeah, no, I think every single Yuzu burst has been stuffed in some way at least. Nice instant overhead, just as Gordeau to keep her tournament run alive. Gets hit by the meaty JA, the counter hit. And just not even needing a super, just a raw EX. What is it, Bufala?
I think that's Bufula, the Ice Mirror.
Yeah, 2-1-4C. Anyways, yeah. Pillowtalk taking the set 3 though.
Yeah, little bit of a depressing end to Elite Bar's run, but managing to at least win one set for, I believe, the first time, or at least one of the first times they've gotten to show up to a TMN. So very impressive stuff. It's just like, yeah, Pillowtalk proved to be a little too formidable of an opponent.
Unfortunately, yeah, but still made a pretty decent run tonight. So I'm glad to see that. Next up, Lon, are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
It's Ragna time.
It's beautiful. If only I could. Okay, there we go.
Yep, there it is.
There.
It is time. Someone turn on the jukebox. Get some Rebellion playing.
Get ready.
But you know, not for the sake of the YouTube YouTube copyright algorithm. Fun fact, that song will get you flagged.
Oh wait, will it?
Yeah, for whatever reason, like YouTube flags Rebellion for copyright. Like it'll mute your video for.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I've learned the hard way.
Sweat for the both of us.
Alright, I will also mention this is team OTT for Lavender, which hell yeah.
I looked away for a second. I looked away for a second, and we're already going to Happy Birthday.
Yeah, 5A round start is a little bit unfortunate, and we get the meaty JA. Got the loops? Oh no, never mind, it's ending with that.
Yeah, okay, Gauntlet Hades in neutral. Trying to jump out, goes in with the Carnage.
Carnage does it. Instant burst, we get the punish. No, we're not gonna get the confirm. We don't even have any meter. Rachel's not doing a lot here.
Whipping the combo here, but managing to punish that wind JA with the Ragna here, looking a little dire here for Labby. I just straight up, like, I must apologize. I will accidentally say Lavender at some point, and last time I said that, I was made very fun of. So if I hesitate on the name, that's why. I'm trying not to say Lavender. It's Lavender.
Out of curiosity, where does Lavender even come from?
I have no idea. I'm gonna blame my dyslexia. Like
that's a like, good idea, I think.
Like the first time I read their name, I didn't register it as being spelled as lavender, and I pronounced it as Lavender. It's been stuck with me this entire time, and I can't break the cycle. I'm sorry.
Wow! Oh, your weapon looks so cool. Can I take a...
Yeah, I think I understand just reading names wrong and not being able to correct it. I understand.
Alright, my mispronunciation of people's names aside here, we're going on to the game 2. Looking a little better for Lavi here. Unfortunately, not get the punish on that 4P, but does get that raw 5A.
Yeah, a lot. With a team like Ragna Rachel, you definitely want to stay further back, let Rachel do some of the work to get Ragna in, and then just go off with Ragna pressure. Nice block on the JC attempts. Lavender also very familiar with Rachel, or with Ruby, being a Ruby player herself. Nice DP.
This is actually looking deceptively dangerous here, I think, for Labby's and Ragna. Like, 5 bars on deck, this could easily be a pretty good cash out here for Sooner, but not quite going to be, oh my god, trying to go in for the DVD.
Oh no, that's a bad burst. You're gonna get the phone steal off. Does that count as a phone steal, actually?
No, so for some SoCal representative here, a phone steal must be a Devoured by Darkness, kind of used basically as a throw bait. If it catches a burst, it's not a phone steal. Thank you for asking, by the way, what counts as a phone steal. Some people don't give us the luxury as you explained.
It's a very important distinction to make. But LilSooner going up 2-0.
Yeah, and like Labby, I think overall has had some good strides with the Ragna, but it's keeping it that I think has been the issue. And another big thing, I really haven't felt the presence of the Rachel all too much either. Like, she's there, she's throwing assists out, and she's helping, but in terms of like general Rachel team comps and generally the way I would see Rachel played, she's being very de-emphasized, and it feels like her presence could be bolstered a little bit. And I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that I think Sooner's has been doing a really good job of just maintaining aggression. curious what Lavi here is thinking. Maybe trying to switch up what type of Ragna comp that they are going for, because like as good of a character as Rachel is, it's like maybe not the best partner to be going into this matchup. But no, I'm gonna be sticking with it. It is a character they're ultimately, I think, comfortable with. So it's all about, I think, getting to adjust. Going on to our potential set point. Sooner.
Probably gonna need to put in some better. Yeah, Lavender probably gonna need to put in some good work for to make this her first comeback. But you know what? Sooner did that. So why not? You know, like it is possible to let the other Ragna do it.
Yeah, you gotta activate the power of the Azure in some way, shape, or form. But setting up a sandwich situation, I wasn't gonna block that either. But managing it a set situation, a couple frame traps here or there, not leading to all too much, and that's some Ruby protagonist privilege that I've seen it, but still gonna get punished. Oh, dropping a combo there, pretty pivotal, but managing to fire right back.
Nice confirms with the Rachel. Gonna set up George. Yep. The fog is here. Everyone say hi to George.
Hi, George.
Very appreciated. Nice instant overhead. Not gonna be able to get the assist punish. First out of that though. Nice. We're not blocking meaty.
Ooh, not gonna be cashing out into any super or ender like that, allowing Sooner to get back into this corner position, cash out with the Carnage Scissors, and not a big amount of pressure going on here, and that is going to be a 5-feet burn. That should be a kill.
Yeah, as long as we don't drop, we're going to keep it nice and simple. Spending all of the cross gauge for it, a little bit unfortunate, but whatever we need to get the kill.
For sure, George coming in and just Slappy. Probably going to be a little bit annoying here. Probably wants that George to put some pressure.
Where's the frog?
3 DPs in a row. Okay.
It doesn't work. Yep, fair enough. That's kind of said fuck it, eat ball. Gets punished a little bit. It's hit by the meaty 2A. That is going to be dead. No, the truck.
Oh my god.
From here, no, that's fine. It's a little low. There it is. Carnage Scissors. Lavender takes game 3. That is about what I expected when I was told that Lavender's gonna be playing Ragna this night.
Yeah, no. Go drink.
People were swinging, like they were swinging without a cause. They just wanted violence, and yeah, you know, Lavi making some very bold calls at the end that almost bit them in the back, but like, yeah, you know, getting the first game on the board, getting some more comfortability in the matchup, and like, yeah, you know, I'm gonna return back some of the analysis I had earlier about the Rachel. Like, as soon as she was able to play just even for a little bit, I feel like the comfortability with the matchup was exponentially better. I mean, the fact that they won a game at all after having a like 2-0 deficit is definitely indicative of that. So I think if we're able to see the Rachel come out more and have Ragna be a supplementary force, or maybe even a primary force going forward, it's going to be a lot better for them.
Back to the rail station. The stage is, I like the stage.
It's such a nice stage. It's just awful for net play. So much going on.
Yeah. I did hear that apparently. What a belly ledge. I felt like Hades sooner gonna react to that. Oh, thank you for it. Nice. You get the two-way punish here. Oh, I tried to go for the A death spike crowd, not getting it, unfortunately.
Yeah, going in with gonna be swapping over the Ragna. A little better, like, instant kill potential, I would say in this situation, but a good swap over. Actually baiting out the 5A and managing to catch Sooner off guard. Yeah, that Ragna is looking kind of in a pretty bad situation, but the Rachel's able to play out a lot more. It's gonna be a pretty good here. Lavy getting right back in and out, but they're swinging for the fences here, returning back to the original situation. Off that CC, what's gonna be?
Oh, nice. No. Get the small Lavelia hitting. You get the confirm there all the way from across the screen with 6P. Drown in Darkness. You want that? Nice punish with the Devoured by Darkness.
How dare you!
Yes, get a lot of that health back. Make sure that Ragna stays dead as well. Okay, yeah, not gonna be as good of a burst punch as it could be. Not gonna pick up the 6P either. Lavy has a lot of opportunities to seal out the game right now. 5P coming out and double it up in order to get that kill. Lavy's back in it.
Yeah, the simplest possible confirm, which we love that. We love that. As the great Uncle Viz would say in the DNF Duel community, button super. It works. All right, another game 5 with a Ragna. The deal here is that apparently Ragna equals game 5.
Apparently, I mean, it's just that comeback factor character, and I mean, they you know, the Sooners got the Ragna of their own, so maybe some of that X factor might come back into them as well. But regardless, yeah, this is going to be a fight for their lives.
You said X Factor, and my brain, I've been labbing a bunch of Marvel. I definitely just thought of, like, what if this game just had, like, Marvel 3 X Factor?
I don't want to know what X Factor level 3 would do for some characters, sis.
I don't want to imagine Ruby level 3 X Factor. Oh, the frog is coming!
George! That's awesome! That's gonna be a pretty nice cash out here, and SoonerFan's Ragna is also not looking the hot. Wait, someone fell out? No, okay, Ragna just fell out. That could have. Okay.
Ragna falling out a little bit unfortunate, but still very doable. That is the worst thing that could have happened that is the worst thing that could have possibly happened for Sooner. Nice CP, Ruby on a pixel getting clipped by the not the Gobble Hades. The blood sight. Another frog.
George!
You TP through!
That's insane. No, he dropped the combo! Oh no!
What is this? Alright, just the Ragna versus the Ragna now.
I mean, this could go either way at this point. I mean, maybe this is the X factor they need. They gotta play an honest game at this point. Raw blood sight! Just like that!
A full health Ragna taking the set 3-2. Lavender with the reverse 3-0. Alright. Now cut the lights. Lavender, sis.
No. Go drink some river water.
You've given me what I believe to be the greatest George clip I have ever seen in this video game period. Holy fucking shit.
That was a funny George. I think I don't know if they just forgot George was there or they were hoping the Ruby Buzzsaw was going to kill him, but like Bros has like a lot of health. He has more health than I can count up to. It's at least like 4 digits.
I'm just in shock. What the? Can someone just clip that like entire match, that entire game 5, please? Can we get that somewhere? the ominous George.
Just looming in the back, just be like, hey, what's up?
That was amazing. Alright, well, moving back to our loser side, temporarily, we've got Chickenfish, another name that I've not seen, and VXR.
I'm tired of this.
Chickenfish going to be logging in with the Adachi Neo. Something I I've definitely seen this comp before. Like it's Adachi plus like a relatively popular game. But like in terms of like seeing it in a tournament setting, like it's not a super common comp. Like Neo is definitely a character you specialize in. You don't just play Neo. So
Absolutely, yeah. Which like this is like a little bit when I tried to play Neo back in like the Switch tag days. This was the team that I tried. Nice JD. Oh, nice. Punishes the 4A whiff. That was definitely meant to be a 5A. Just the cross up with the Ruby. Nice sandwich. Beautiful setup actually there from PPXR.
Going in with some of these Neo loops. Of course, you know, it's going to be a battle of 1,000 cuts here, but thankfully not the Sword Super, so Adachi will at least be living. Not going to be punishing that whiff throw either. BXR finding an opportunity to swing back and get that 5C hit.
Yeah, getting a lot of these mini resets, these scrambles, and unlike in the set against Shyoshiguy, this is working out a lot better for them.
Able to leverage the maneuverability of Ruby a lot more to swap into the Buzzsaw plus frames here or there. Good defense so far, but a little too plus for that command grabs to come out, but it's just the toes in order to take out the Neo.
That anti-air DP hits very high. Thankfully, you cannot combo off of it, unlike in CF.
Yeah, not gonna be captured out of the super. Oh, they really believed in that. And that. Oh no!
No, the being in the air messed that confirm up for BXR. Nice, you have the JB hit from all the way up there, just right in the super, gets the kill and takes the game. Which also, I also just like it's on my mind now. So just like minor side tangent. Susano'o DP, thank God they nerfed Susano'o DP in this game, because, like, first off, I actually don't know, does Susano'o DP count as a projectile? Or is it a strike?
I wouldn't be able to tell you off the top of my head, honestly.
Yeah, because I know it's a projectile in Central Fiction. I actually don't know what it is in this.
I can look it up for you right now while we wait.
It looks like it's body attribute according to Death Sleep. DP is not a projectile. Okay, yeah, thank you, Dolphin. You know, and the second thing is like I think it has a little bit less recovery in CF, so you can actually, if it hits high enough, you can combo off of it. I lost a tournament set because of this.
That's
it was
hilarious.
It was CEO.
Man. Unfortunate.
No, I've held the grudge ever since.
Hold your tongue, little.
Understandable. I actually, I mean, I'm not a CF player, so I don't know the ins and outs of CF, but like, it's
getting game three scenario, since the game isn't best of 5. Getting hit with anti-air DP, which is like, oh okay, I'm fine, and then seeing a 5B connect is like, it's the worst feeling.
Well, Susano'o definitely not going to be making this Neo feel good here. 5C going to be coming out, hits the immediate 5A as well, but not going to be allowing this Neo any pressure, and goes for the
nice TRM.
Good run.
Gets the cross again. BXR is looking a lot more in their element. Unblockable? Nope, not well timed enough.
Yeah, the Susano'o unblockable, as starting as it is, it's always been really awkward to actually get like the true unblockable for it. But hey, just threading it can often be enough. Susano'o going to be throwing out a sword super.
Great sword. Call Viper. Nice 5A anti-air.
It's like, you know, Adachi anti-air is kind of ass. Why not just use a 5A?
Cutting out a little bit more damage considering the resonance, but I respect cutting it early. Getting hit though, a little bit unfortunate. You do have enough meter to kill here. Super with Ruby, DHC, and the Susano'o. That's it. Game 2 to VXR. This looks like we're fighting like a different, like, this looks like we're just like watching a different person like play the set. We're looking at like BXR's like again a lot more in their in the zone here.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, you can probably tell me like what teams they go through exactly, but like Ruby seems to be the focal point of how they play, and like compared to the last time that we saw them, it almost they were like almost quite literally like outgunned and outmatched in terms of like just the Ruby neutral game against Shyoshiguy. This match have a lot less resistance when it comes to like air control, mostly due to the fact that they're not fighting another Ruby. Too, like Neo buttons are really good, but like they're not quite as good as Ruby, so they just had a lot more leeway to like move around with things. And Adachi can kind of struggle when it comes to hyper aggression when not backed up with a really strong or really strong defensive assist. And Neo assist or there's something all right. That was a weird hit.
Nice smash the 2A. Nice, gets the cross. Chickenfish doing really well at actually getting the hit. Checks out, not able to get the vortex again.
Ooh, yeah, trying to go in for that parry there, not quite working out. Another 5C coming out. 2A did connect, but ready for the throw. Swapping it back over to the Adachi. Actually wants to maybe set up some type of BZO situation, but this is giving BXR quite a bit of momentum just to fire back and prevent him from getting anything going. Bruh.
Oh, the 5 beats, are you serious?
Bruh.
We've gotta shoot these Persona characters, dog.
They might be a little privileged sometimes.
Wait, I cannot count the amount of times I have traded with Yosuke 5B and then gotten a combo off of it because I could cancel the 5B.
This game is jank, but ooh, unfortunately, yeah, that Neo who's kind of cooking a little bit earlier, suddenly going down. Nice block though, or not block really, avoidance of the JC. Going to be allowing for a nice solid punish, and probably going to be putting VXR's Ruby in that one-touch situation.
Oh, tries to go with a throw counter. Tries to go with the TRM a little bit too late though on it. I mean, also another thing again I will notice. Oh, you're dead. Wait, is that?
Not quite. Yeah, not quite. It's gonna be one touch. Well, speaking of
and the 5C. Yeah, that's what the thing I wanted to point out was Chickenfish's routing a little in resonance, a little bit questionable because on a lot of these hits, just going right, just doing like regular stuff of 5 BBD super. You can definitely be getting a lot more there, especially in resonance, where you just get a free you get a free heat riser up, which like that could be the difference between life and death, unironically.
Yeah, of a lot of the hits that they were getting, they could have definitely gone into a Whirlpool Blazblue, but I think just coming down to not being super familiar with like cash out routes and stuff like that. But
but the
like
ideas were definitely there though.
Yeah, for sure. I was really liking the general adaptation Chickenfish was making. Like, even though it was a 3-0 match, like every single game, I think they were slowly able to adapt to BXR's general like gameplay flow and fire back at right points. It's just like when it comes to like the first to 3 set, oftentimes you're not afforded that luxury of time in order to make those full adaptations. So maybe if this game was the first to 5 for some godforsaken reason, that could have potentially been a closer match, I think.
I don't think there's any game ever that's been first to 5 like in regular bracket. Maybe actually
yeah.
wait, no, dive kick.
Oh.
I think dive kick. It would make sense if it was dive kick.
Yeah, that game is stupidly fast. So like a first to 5 and dive kick is like is basically like a first to 2 in some other games.
I'm pretty sure that's basically the point, but yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Anyways, we should be getting up. Shyoshi. Our other side of winners, Shyoshiguy versus Intimidating.
Yes, and Intimidaving. Honestly, full bias. Like one of my favorite like beginner and intermediate players to watch because they. I say this in the most affectionate way possible. They just be doing shit. Like, they have a good idea of what they want to do. Like, don't get me wrong, they have a pretty strong understanding of the team. But in terms of like the decision making, they choose something, they commit to it, and then like if it works, pog. If it doesn't work, we try something else.
I will not lose.
Can't escape from crossing fate. Fight!
If you would. Pretty good.
Ooh, fortunate drop on the combo there. Shyoshiguy kind of being a little disoriented here, I think, by the Yumi, allowing Intimidaving to fire right back into this corner position. They call it 5P. Nice as he jump low, and a great burst punish too, showing some restraint there.
We're ready for these? Double DP again! Alright.
Ooh, yeah, that super.
Ooh, nice.
One of the few supers in the game was 0 invul on it, so if there's something coming right at tank, it's impossible for him to actually avoid it.
Yeah, I believe neither X supers actually have invul on them.
I think the run super does have a little bit. It's not great invul, but I'm pretty sure it gets some.
What a backdash, by the way, there. Oh, barely avoids the snowbird assist. Alright, nice. First out.
Just running to the other side of the screen. Gotta be careful. I was gonna say, gotta be careful about calling out that tank for that exact reason.
I didn't even notice the tank was that low. Yeah, you have to be wary of that. Goes for the cross up, not gonna get the overhead, a little bit unfortunate. Yeah, attempting to go for air airs against Ruby, which honestly, if you can, you may want to go for. Oh, this is dead.
I don't think so, especially with that drop.
The grab instead of the super, but it's fine. We get the throw reset. Distortion finish. That is going to be first game to Intimidaving.
Yes, and like, you know, I called out earlier that Intimidaving, and I quote, just be doing shit. But what I will say is that, like, over time, and I've got to see this player grow quite a while, they show a lot more controlled restraint when it comes to, like, their aggression, you know, keeping combos short so they can beat out bursts. It's been a really good evolution to see, but they still maintain some of that wild, very unpredictable playstyle that makes them a very difficult opponent for a lot of their competitors to have to deal with. So, like, I just really like the improvement I've seen over time.
One comparison I will always make, which I'm pretty sure I've made this with other players, is in Under Night in Birth 2, there is a Japanese Hyde player by the name of Isaac, who's made like his whole career playing Under Night off of what I will essentially call fuck it we ball, but actually being really good at the game. And that's what Intimidating reminds me of. Because you will see these players do the most like insane thing, and it just works. No one's ready for it.
Yeah, and already putting that Ruby into the low zone, but going in for the grab, hard committing. Yeah, DHC2 in order to get in the tank. Not going to be getting that successful DP, though. Intimidating, got to be a little bit careful with the Akatsuki.
Yeah, trying to go for the throw. Nice DP, but it hits the projectile hitbox. Actually, a little bit shocking that didn't like trigger the physical hit.
Yeah, it's very interesting. Is he gonna armor straight through that? Yeah.
Oh wait, the arm! Oh come on! Oh, mistimes it. You get punished for that.
I don't think this kills though. Yeah, apparently not.
Pixel to 20k. This thing is beefy.
Oh my, the air, the Ruby, Intimidating was a little too clean with it. They weren't ready, but managing to get the tank too.
Nice parry. Intimidating, not really needing to approach, just kind of staying back. Knows that he has the life advantage.
Yeah, they don't have to worry about it actually either. It matches when you get hit. You know what? That's what I'm talking about.
Fairly out of range. That thing that does happen a lot of the time. 5 BB is a pretty decent bit shorter than 5B. So sometimes it'll just whiff. That backdash, and then Intimidating knew that was gonna whiff, so started mashing 5A. That was genius.
Yeah, that's something like even like people with some like tenure in the game, they struggle to recognize that spacing immediately and adjust their follow up accordingly when that 5BP does end up whiffing. So good stuff for Intimidating there to at least be aware that, hey, you know what? I'm just gonna start mashing my buttons. You're not gonna be ready for it, and that's gonna put a second game for them.
Yeah, that's going to be 2-0 Intimidating's favor. So just potentially tournament potentially winners bracket life here for Shyoshiguy.
Yeah, but not quite able to meaty there with the 6P going in for the low. Not gonna get frame trapped by the 2-1-4B either, but can't quite punish it raw. This is sandwich situation, and a Ruby DP saving their life.
It's a 5BB whiffing again. That's like unironically one of the reasons that I don't play Ruby, because that happens to me way too often, where 5BB will just whiff and I get punished for it.
Yeah, it's one of the rougher things you have to deal with here. Oh, that's a very risky burst out, but that is the burst, but no meter to catch out.
Nice anti-air DP there. Tries to backdash again, but this time Shyoshiguy's ready for it. Just the Akatsuki again, but we've seen these comebacks before. You could have confirmed off of that. You could have confirmed off of that.
I don't think anyone would have been ready for that. For that weird hit, alright? ABK, stand up here. Nice punish on the DP. Good restraint. Gonna be spending some of this cash, probably to run out a good bit of the resonance. They're gonna be left with a little bit at the end here, but not enough time to really make anything happen. Another trophy! Intimidating, going to be taking the set 3-0.
Intimidating, incredibly ready for these Blitztank DP attempts, which while it is yes one of the best DPs in the game, it's still a counter. So if it whiffs, you're getting blown up.
Forgive me. As a shinobi,
Yes,
and as an
just
agent
like
of justice,
once
I
again,
cannot
just
afford to be defeated.
hey, quite the evolution to see. You know, maybe not throughout the set, of course, but like just overall for Intimidating, like going for a lot more tricky like pressure situations, not just always going for one option that'll get like parried or DP'd. It's just like showing a lot more restraint and still maintaining that aggression. I think is really what paid off there, because they were right a lot of the time, you know.
All right, next up should be our losers quarters. I believe that's where we're going. Just checking. Yep. Yep. Sooner versus BXR.
Yes. Well,
Which I think both of these players, unironically, grand finals contenders.
Mm-hmm.
Like this bracket already, like this top 6 is incredibly stacked. Because all of these players have shown that they have what it takes to put in this work.
Yeah, you know, I definitely believe you. There's been a lot of like pretty damn close matches so far, and from what I've seen in previous TMN brackets too, it's like it feels hard to graduate because like you're always like chasing around like a lot of people around your same skill level that are also ready to graduate.
Get away!
Yeah, we've definitely hit that point where there's a lot of people primed and ready. It's just who's gonna be the first to get that bite. Which in this case, I believe technically the first person to have gotten that bite is Lavender. I believe being the only person out of this top 6 who is a graduate contender.
Very interesting there, but yeah, LilSooner's getting a little bit of a run for their money here in this Ruby, a mirror, Susano'o going to be coming in, try to convert off it, but not quite getting much out of it either. Yeah, I mean, it's it can be easy for Ragna to like get all that health back when you're being put under such aggression and being forced to spend all these resources too. It's just like taking so much out. I think that was a cross-up.
Was it?
It might have been a cross-up. I think Ruby was on the other side, and then like Susano'o got AS to cross it up there. That's gonna be a big DP.
That's dead. That's dead. That's dead. You are dying. You got hit by counter hit 5B. Have you ever played Metal Gear Rising before?
Just like that, BXR gonna be taking the first match there, and like, oh boy, yeah, that's I mean, if that's any indication about just the type of dynamic they have in the match, and granted, like, both characters on both sides have a good time doing big cash outs, but Susano'o, kind of one of those characters that's notorious for basically doing it off any old mistake, whereas Ragna, like, he has good cash outs and he has good average damage, but like they require a little more like awareness and prediction. Where Susano'o is just like okay, I'm just gonna 5B you.
I press 5B, I eat hot shit. I lie.
Hold your tongue, little girl.
Alright, but next time, this is how good of a netplay stage is Adventus?
Can't escape from crossing fate. Fight!
Come on. Nice try.
He was still able to convert off that.
Oh wait, I'm sorry. Wait, the Grand Viper connected there. Did that autocorrect?
I think it did.
I'm learning so many new things this bracket. I did not know that autocorrected.
Tonight's been a little cursed.
Yeah.
And like, maybe in a slightly good way, in a very bad way considering the tech issues going on, but what I do know here is BXR has an advantage.
No, I messed it up. That could have definitely been a dead Ruby. You had the 4 bars, but this is going to be a reversal for BXR. AC, that's a dead Ruby. A little unfortunate they actually spent 4, but it's a lot more worth to keep this 2v1. Nice DP there from Sooner. Gauntlet Hades crouches it, doesn't get the punish though.
Yeah, not quite ready for it. Still gonna be moving back and forth. One really bad happy birthday could really end it all, but gonna be wasting out that resonance before there's a cash out.
We're not bursting this? We're not? Alright. I think Devoured by Darkness might have been a kill there.
I think so too, and like, while I understand maybe not going for it because they might not be comfortable with the timing, like if they was able to connect, that could have been fatal.
For now we're just getting comboed here by this Ruby. Nice jump out, not gonna get the full conversion though. Ooh, I doubt that was a reaction, but just presses a button right into the Susano'o and gets the cross under. We have these routes too. Sooner is known to style with this Ragna. It is insane.
Oh. Straight into the loving arms of Ragna too there with a little bit of a stylish end. And yeah, you know, Sooner was a little bit worse for wear. I think with the 2v2 situation, but the protagonist privilege, I think, definitely kicked in.
Yeah, I know there are definitely a lot better Ragnas. Like Yofei Scrub comes to mind, playing the exact same team. But I think Sooner is unironically my favorite Ragna to watch, just because of sometimes you get those routes that are just pure style, which they might not be optimal, but like, damn, they look cool.
Yeah, you know, like, overall, you know, someone who, like, literally lives in Ragna land, what I've been seeing tonight has been really impressive for a, considering, like, the skill bracket that we're in, like, very comfortable with the character. Of course, like, you know, as you said, like, of course, there's gonna be bigger fish to fry in the sea, but, like, yeah, overall, like, very impressive stuff.
For sure, yeah. And I love that we're letting the intros rock too, just because like PC, because like, you know, the obligatory PC tag sucks. And I also just noticed we are getting the switch to the Yuzuriha.
Yeah, Maybe wants to zone them out a little bit here. Not ready to go for a full confirm. BXR going to be firing back, getting this corner position, but burst out at a little bit of an inopportune time. Just going to be getting Ruby hurt in this situation too, and we're kind of back to where we started.
Yeah, amazing match there from Sooner. That might be it. That might be it for this Ruby. Never mind. One touch away from death, though. Doesn't block the meaty, but we DP the 5C mix-up.
Yeah, Yuzu does have quite a bit of recovery on a lot of removes, so just going to be getting a nice punish here. Gets the 2A check, maybe expecting the gauntlet. Hades and the throw going to be connecting here for BXR. And not opting to go for a standard user ender. DP out of the situation too, does not want to have to deal with any of this.
Nice jump out of the pressure there. I feel like a lot of these sword slash attempts can be punished with just a singular good use of Gauntlet Hades. Oh no, drops the Ruby combo!
Ooh, anti-air 5B coming out. I think that should be curtains here for the Yuzuriha, calling in the assist. Maybe trying to bait out, like, wanting the Ruby to die instead. But this is still a rough situation for BXR, but I've definitely seen some Ruby comebacks happen. And I actually think that might be dead here, yeah, just with the meaty 5A.
Yeah, alright, just the Ragna now. The central fiction gets the hit, but goes right into that, recognizing the height and belly ledge isn't gonna work there. It's just on a pixel, and we get the bait. Oh my god!
Close, but I'd never lose to you.
Just Sooner running up and just stood there. Full confidence at the reversal attempt, and was right. What a play!
Yeah, it's like from my observation too, I definitely think BXR has been pretty liberal with the DP usage, which of course has its pros and cons. And I think they were calling out there, like, you know, pressure's getting to them. They smell blood in the water.
Yeah, if you smell that, then just go in.
Sometimes you just gotta go for the throat, and yeah, we're gonna be off that loss, going to be swapping over into the Susano'o, and like, yeah, I think in terms of like, even though Yuzu is pretty tricky and neutral, I think in terms of what I was seeing of the match, it was very scrambly. And while Yuzu can really dictate the pace of a match, it can be difficult for her to get out of scramble situations. And another thing too, like, it can't be underestimated, like, the damage output for Susano'o is going to be a lot better for those catch-ups.
Susano'o damage evening out that matchup, making you have to play the game less. Definitely a nice trait to have.
Nice spacing there with the 5A, but managing to get hit by the 5B too. Yeah, that move is really plus. Like, plus to the point where I don't think you can up back most of the follow-ups, but Susano'o going to be getting his corner position, keep it all safe there. Not quite going to get quite a conversion with the JB either, but BXR does not want to stop this aggression in the slightest.
Absolutely, you're playing Susano'o, you want to be in there, you want to be pressing buttons, and you do not want to block. Speaking of blocking, nice block with the DP from Sooner again. Oh, this patience on offense is, like, insane.
Yeah, but not ready for the burst, trying to go in for the super, but... Oh no, trying to bait a burst that doesn't exist there, but still managing to fire it back. Doesn't quite matter here. Sooner has two not so healthy characters.
Oh,
that.
Make that one not healthy character.
Yeah, make that one dead character too, because I think Ruby needs to go to the hospital.
I think she's oh my god. What a cross up! Probably tries to go for a 2-1-4C there or something. I don't know what the 5C. I don't know what entirely what that 5C is supposed to be. But BXR getting the cross and getting the 5A to take that game. We're going to another game 5.
Yeah, and like just all those scrambles, all like they've had some situations where I think like a looping Oki situation could be in play, but like the neutral game I think has really dictated the pace of the match and who's able to get more hits in neutral and make those hits meaningful. Because like, while I think you mentioned it too, like there's been a lot of patience on both sides, maybe a lot more than both of them would like to have, and it's really been slowing down the pace of the match. So when people do get their hits in and able to commit to a full combo, it's like they really want to make it out. They really want to make it heard.
Oh, your weapon looks so cool! Can I take a look at it?
Do that later.
Tech problems. My mouse died.
Are you serious?
Love your samurai armor.
Yeah, I mean I was able to plug it back in, but like, yeah, tech issues all night.
If my computer crashes, I'm just gonna scream.
Can't escape
Scream into the void at that point, unfortunately, but I understand. I'll hear it from all the way here in Cali.
You'll hear it from across the entire country. Oh, nice, gets the counter hit. It doesn't even get the full confirm. Resets into Gauntlet Hades. Nice, and confirms into the Devoured by Darkness. 5B whiff.
So again, just trying to play a run in neutral. Not going to be anti-airy that jump in either. So this is a comfortable position for BXR to be in, but a nice call out there with the counter JA. Going to be getting that corner position and a good chunk of life left. Sooner making quite a disadvantage here. Oh, that was insane.
What an answer! What an answer! Oh my god!
I think they Kara canceled their JA2. BXR still going to be maintaining that corner position. Little Sooner not out of it yet, but no, that's a safe jump.
I can handle this myself.
Just the Ragna now for your tournament life on the line. Oh, Carded Scissors, that's a happy birthday. That's so much health back. You're at full.
Yeah, more importantly too, putting both characters into that one-touch zone 2 just off one interaction. Even if this resonance is kind of be running out here at the end, that value was so good that it was almost worth it. It's like critical point for BXR here, going to be getting hit by a DP. Gauntlet Hades as well, not ready for that.
BXR fully under the stress. This looks stressful, not ready for the throw. Blood Sight, and that's going to be it. Sooner takes the set 3-2.
See what you're dealing with now?
Yes, and the power of the Ragna, the Blood Edge, the SoCal Hive Mind coming in for that clutch at the end there. 2v1, 1v1, it doesn't matter to Ragna.
I can feel every single, I'm not even there, I can feel every single player in SoCal just like spirit bombing their strength into just the protagonist energy of Sooner.
Yeah, that was you know, in terms of health totals going in, maybe not like the most dire situation to be in, but just making those bold calls and being correct. You know, being correct on your reversal actions definitely can help out, but always having the threat of just doing as we would say, you know, fucking with ball type of mentality. It keeps your opponent honest.
I like name me genuinely. Name me a single person who expected Kara JADP to be a thing that won you that set.
Yeah, it was such a difference maker to just completely avoid that super. It got them a punish, it forced out a burst, and maybe like the damage wasn't like the biggest because of the burst, but like it almost didn't matter. Like they spent the bar, they were low on resources that entire time. Like they could have just poured on the advantage from there, and that's one of those smaller things in BB Tag that really make a difference, like stuff like meter econ and just like resource efficiency that can really make a difference in the match.
Oh, just instant 2360. This next set here, our other loser side, Shyoshiguy versus Pillowtalk.
Yeah, Shyoshiguy normally on the tank, but instead going with the Heart, but Ruby Heart's a pretty damn solid team.
I've actually never really... My only experience is watching Hearts play, or like Heart Yumi with players like Sethmichi, who was I know for a little bit was making rounds on PSN tag. And then also just Sonicin, who was like the hard player on PC tag. Oh no, the whip! Not gonna get a punish there, unfortunate.
The Heart getting smacked around here. Yuzu and Burst today is like freaking water and oil. Like, Jesus Christ.
We have not gotten any of these bursts off. It's been very unfortunate.
Like, her burst, fighting against like other people's bursts, it's just been cooked.
It's been so unfortunate.
Oh no, cash out in the super, not able to fire back in time in order to beat out the Mitsuru too. That Ruby's going down. However, yeah, Pillowtalk is still in a pretty bad situation. Heart doesn't really appreciate fighting either of these characters, and especially when you're getting punished like that, but draws the combo, managing to get the anti-air DP too, and suddenly, like, just like that, this is a pretty even match.
Yeah, like, Heart, oh, that's a 5G, is that it? Oh, you get the just frame, that's it, yeah. But yeah, as I was saying, I don't, you know, I'd imagine both Yuzu Heart and Yuzu Ruby are pretty, like, especially Heart, or Heart Ruby. I especially think that Heart Ruby is bad, just because, like, not only is 2B on Ruby, like, a pretty good anti-air, but also you just have all of those air normals that you have to respect, even if you're just going in with homing. And then Yuzu has a lot of the same stuff, just from further ranges with flashes.
Yeah, Mitsuru is definitely a pain point, I think, for Heart, just because, like, I mean, that J is just a crime. Like,
yeah.
Probably, I would say, top 3 JAs in the game. Like, you're not going to complain about a 7-frame, 12-frame active normal that hits, like, a fifth of the screen.
Yeah, who else is up there in JAs? I'd assume, like, part of me wants to say Merkava, but I might just be a hater.
I would say 9J somewhere up there. 9J is pretty criminal.
Also, another team switch from Heart to Vatista.
Yeah, I mean, like, Vatista Ruby seems to me the team that you want to play if you don't like playing Yumi.
And also using both Ruby colors as well, the Jean and the Penny. I think her name's Penny. I don't know, I haven't seen her yet.
Same.
Oh, nice instant overhead, blocks the burst. I'm gonna get the full confirm though.
Yeah, that is... Oh, sorry.
I was gonna say, just resetting into 4B. Gets the beam super, gonna block it though. Not able to punish.
Yeah, and I was gonna say, like, a lot of Mitsuru's confirmer do rely on counter hits, which I can imagine is very annoying against Vatista, who just cannot be counter hit for whatever godforsaken reason.
Ace goes low.
Final phase commencing.
Hey the boss. Okay, just the resonance.
Nice
you gotta put in so much work. Yeah. Slashes. Oh, we get a confirm on that, or not the confirm, we just get the hit on that, nice. Not blocking meaty laser. Not ready for the cross up, that's gonna be it. Pillowtalk up 2-0 now.
Yeah, and
I think honestly, despite the matchup being really bad, I think you might need to whip out the tank.
Yeah, like, I think I would surmise to say tank is probably their main comp. Like, I mean, it's a team that they defaulted to. It's a team that I would assume they're the most comfortable with. And like you said, like this matchup is not good for tank, but like I don't know the matchup familiarity.
Yeah, from my experience, character familiarity overpowers.
Oh, what's up with those wings on your back?
Like overpowers like
Your query
matchups
is not suited
a
to my
good
current
amount of the
skills.
time. Obviously, there's points where it just won't work, but when you get a matchup that's like, but when you just like when you're in the scenario where it's like you don't really know who you want to play, sticking to your guns and sticking to what you know works is generally a good idea.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, that's what's giving Pillowtalk so much leeway, I think, in this match here. But Shyoshiguy still not quite out of it yet, but looking a little worse for wear. Gonna be getting that punish, going in for a couple of resets and not respecting the Marin carriage. They don't know what to do getting out of this corner. They've just been stuck here forever, but managing to get something going here with that counter hit JB.
Shyoshiguy just feeling a little bit lost. Yeah, nice getting the hit with the Ruby, getting the assist punish too. A little bit of an unfortunate whiff, but it's fine to get the counter hit 2A. Oh no, drops the combo! Doesn't get the assist punished again.
Going for
Nice
a low.
again.
Yeah, this Ruby's in a little bit of a rough spot. I imagine there wants to be some type of swap out here, but this actually might be a little better than a swap out. Actually going to be a dead character.
This has just been the Ruby shell.
Ooh, let's hope that it doesn't end too soon, though. That's not a safe swap out.
Runtime stopping a little bit early. Nice gets the throw.
Dangerous.
You're gonna no confirm. That might be it. You EX scooped right here. No, you don't even need it on a pixel. Pillowtalk taking that set 3-0.
Yeah, too much faith in the laser to connect, and granted, would have been a game-winning gamble, but not the one that they needed to make there. And Shyoshiguy digging deep in order to make that happen, and almost was able to get a game on the board. But Pillowtalk, yeah, just with the overwhelming strength of their Mitsuru Yuzu comp.
Yeah, that is going to unfortunately be it for Shyoshiguy. Thank you for coming out. I did not expect to see another tank player for a while. That was amazing to see. You did great tonight.
Yeah, for sure. And they very. I mean, every tank comp is just eccentric by design, but I've never seen the Ruby tank actually been pulled out. And I'm one of those people that has more faith in tank compared to most people. At least based on the fact that, he's got a good assist kit at the very least, but like, yeah, it's always nice to see people experiment with some lesser developed teams, even if the team contains like a really popular character like Ruby. Yeah, going to be Lavi versus Intimidaving here for this winner's final set. Going to be a very interesting dynamic for sure. I think does Lavi main Ragna? Because last time I saw them play, it was Weiss.
Her main team has swapped around a couple times. It was initially Weiss. It was initially like Weiss Liz, I think, when she first started playing.
Mm-hmm.
Then it was Weiss. Then it was Weiss Yang because of Me Smile. Then she swapped to playing like she also has like Weiss Hilda, and then also plays or currently her main team is Ruby Rachel. But this bracket was just like all right, fuck it, meatball, Ragna Rachel.
Yeah, I mean, it's assuming they've been playing this all night. This is been pretty good so far. Like showcasing some a lot of proficiency, I think, with the Ragna overall, and like Rachel seems to be a focal point of the team, so naturally comfortable with that. But we'll see how they fight Intimidaving here.
So Lavender usually tends to struggle a lot against Intimidaving, just due to what we've mentioned before of Intimidaving's fuck it, we ball play style.
I'm taking the lead.
It just kind of tends to catch her off guard a lot. So maybe the Ragna counterbalances this somewhat?
Yeah, like in terms of the explosive power, it's definitely a lot better compared to the other team comps that I know her to play. So might make the difference. No phone steal yet.
I knew if we were gonna get any phone steal attempts tonight, it was gonna be her. I fucking knew it. God damn it.
She tried, but like the phone steal, it's an art.
I also like. It's obviously not gonna say what it is. I want to point out while she was getting comboed, she took the time to tab out and DM me.
Just please. That's a flex if I've ever seen it.
Lock in.
Oh my god, you know, I respect the dedication, but like she got a tournament to win, and it doesn't look so great right now here, at least in this game. Gonna be put in that corner position. Not opting to go for any unblockable setups or anything like that, trying to bait out a burst punish or anything. The tip of the 4P, able to get a little bit of a hit here on this Akatsuki, and we're into the fun zone.
Looking kind of cold out there. You really only have one bar to your name. Now 0 with that push block. Nice block there. That could change things a lot. I actually wonder, can you do that? Can you do that racial 5VP and then raw tag into Ragna? Ooh, what a bait!
I'm not.
I thought. Oh, that. Okay, so with that that JC, I know for an absolute fact that was meant to be George. It just ends up working out.
Yeah, sometimes it's a happy little accident and a good call. Yeah,
Insane play. Oh, what?
Yeah, I definitely think they meant to go for a DP on that 6P, but like timed it just poorly enough to actually get a push block, and like Labrys was like, okay, I'm gonna hard read this.
We're just gonna. I think that was just meant to be a throw attempt. Thought Intimidaving was gonna respect that, which still technically right.
Yeah. Once again, happy little accidents.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you know, there's very little things to stop a very competent Rachel, and yeah, that was just that. After a certain point, it was just like looping Rachel Oki, and like it's so difficult to really have to deal with it because like even though Intimidating does have access to Akatsuki parry, which is pretty good against Rachel Oki, there's ways around it, and like if you're too predictable on your DPs, like she's just gonna loop you to death.
Absolutely, yeah.
Get ready.
It's only been one game so far,
It's time for
and
your debut.
yeah, I mean, you told me like, you know, Lavi tends to struggle against Intimidating, and like even despite winning that game, I could see maybe inklings of why that might be the case. Just like maybe having some issues with spacing and just trying to deal with Yumi in general. Like I mean, like freaking this. Like how do you beat Yumi at a mash-off? Spoilers, you don't.
Spoilers, you do not, one does not simply out-mash Yumi.
Oh no, that freaking, I hate that super. I hate that super. But
Gets hit by the JA, that's gonna be it already for the Rachel, just the Ragna now. Oh, the 5A anti-air! Bellion led a little bit too high, unfortunate, gets caught out by the 5B.
it's looking pretty good here for Intimidating. Nice patient. Ooh.
You're trying to hit a button, you can't do that against Ragna the Blood Edge. Ooh, nice! Right there. Alright. Now does she go for it? I think there's yeah. Oh, never mind, she's not going for it.
I can smell it in the water.
There's a... Akatsuki, despite being from World War II, has the nice iPhone 15 on him.
Yeah. Gotta get up with the time.
Oh, nice throw! Just going right into super, saving that. Great, great knowledge of like where your residence timer is.
I actually think they could have afforded to do the 2-1-4 super to potentially kill there, actually. Because considering how close that situation was to killing anyways, I think they could have afforded to spend some meter.
Yeah, double super, just do that right into the kill. That would have been a very good idea. But ends up finding the JC to take that second game. So we're going to a game 3.
Yeah, you know what? No mistake matters if you win. Hard smirk.
Get this individual Latria.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Yeah, you know, Lavi might be thinking about just swapping over the teams a little bit. Ragna, I do think is probably a keeper here in this match because I think I'm correct to assume that like the damage from Ragna is helping her gain an advantage here in this situation because just overall, just the ability to kind of punish Intimidaving's more bold moves, I think is going to be more of a benefit than a bane. And like I think Ragna does relatively well into Akatsuki and Yumi. Maybe not the most perfect matchups available, but in terms of where they are, in terms of this bracket, in terms of comfortability, I think they're able to roll with it.
I do think it is just. Yeah. No, she did just say she was going to grab some more water.
Understandable. Stay hydrated.
We love drinking water.
Water good.
A reminder to everyone here to please drink water.
But yeah, like looking at some more of the match analysis. Yeah, like for me, it's a little bit hard for me to always like deep analyze Intimidaving's general play style just because of how chaotic and sporadic it often is. But some of the stuff like they do have to be aware of, especially with how they play now, is that they're not just somebody that wants to just completely ape out on you. Like it can be tempting to have a good idea on how to fight like very like fuckaway ball players, but like what Intimidaving has shown is they're willing to push the brakes in a lot of situations and not just go for the craziest option possible. They want to go for those DP baits, they want to go for those throw baits, and they're very familiar with their characters and how to go about them. So I think it's definitely up to Lavi to have some controlled aggression of their own and try to meet them at their own level, not being too passive or like Intimidaving's gonna really lock in that crazy aspect of their gameplay, while not also just like assuming that they're always gonna go for like the nastiest mix possible and like going for those DPs and like all that jazz. It's definitely one of those players that or like as they are now is you have to analyze the chaos.
Definitely well played. Going back in, we got the water. We're hydrated. We're hydrated up. What is the 99 this time?
It's time for your debut, Ragna.
I don't know, but someone definitely wants to turn it into a 98 or something.
I guess it would be 180 in this case because that's what the timer starts as. It starts at in this game.
Can't escape from crossing fate. Fight.
Yeah, double jump back. All right, fair enough. Respect each other.
Out. Not a really heavy CC, and a nice avoiding there of George.
Honestly, if I'm Lavender here, I tech back into the frog.
Yeah,
I think we don't really need it. Gets the throw. that. Not really sure on the height there.
That was the most like you know you got something wrong on a test and you double down on it being wrong type of play.
I'm so fucking tired. Oh, gets the throw bait but doesn't get the confirm. Oh, the frog is here. Oh, we get the meter confirmed because he launches. What? Wait, hot?
Yeah. So what happened there was the 5P came out to punish the burst, and it gave him it was still enough time for her to punish it.
That is insane. Nice! Goes right over the 5A. Not close enough for the not over yet though.
Yeah, I haven't seen that interaction in a while, but regardless, yeah, that Ragna is quite low. And ooh, no, that was.
Thankfully, can get much more, but you do have Rachel with 4 bars, but this looks a little rough.
Yeah,
oh,
like
yeah, air blockable. Oh no, you hit resonance. You can't block air blockable here. But you can't go for a mix. Never mind. We're just setting up Lobelia.
Yeah, like, interestingly enough, I feel like we're kind of at the point of the game where all this chip damage, well, I wouldn't say it does nothing. It definitely does. I was gonna say it does nothing, and then they died because of the chip damage that they took because of how much that George actually hit. So
there is so much George on the screen. There's so much frogs. We got the whole animal farm.
I believe it's time for some tea. Ragna, would you start the preparations?
Yeah, it's like I was gonna make a comment about, you know, like all the chip damage is like, yeah, you know, you're kind of at the point of the game where like maybe it doesn't matter as much as it could, and then I had to eat my own words as all that chip damage they took did in fact kill them.
I hope you like the taste of your own words. Whatever font you use most in like Google Docs. Times
New Roman 12 font double space.
You think that is the most your words taste like white bread. I'm sorry, line.
Yeah, unfortunately, I am a psychology major, and I'm forced to write
everything
a lot of
sense. That makes so much more sense.
Yeah, like, trust me, I'd love to put butter on my bread, but the American Psychological Association doesn't like butter. It doesn't like it to be toasted. It has to be boring bread, and I write like that in everything now because I can't code switch. I can't code switch from school when I type in Google Docs.
Not even the sugar, not even any like salt or sugar to go in your water.
Look, so sometimes I do single space.
Oh wow, daring today, aren't we?
Sometimes I put the bolds and italics in the wrong places. That's my salt. That's my pepper. It's never toasted though.
I'm just thinking of this one anime clip that's like, I've been treating myself well with white bread. Maybe I should put some like a singular point of salt in it.
Maybe.
Oh, nice active switch.
Ooh, that's a pretty, I think it was almost a happy birthday here. I think Intimidaving not recognizing that it was, but doesn't matter. Getting that throw and getting a pretty good amount of damage on this Rachel.
Yep, the tag water loops, my beloved. Ooh, nice setup with the George. Instant TK214 is interesting. That was a pretty good shimmy.
Going for the JC, you know, even though Akatsuki's in the green, I do think that is a smart call against Ragna in particular. Definitely that health can just... I think... I think that counts!
That counts, yeah, no, that was wrong.
That was raw and could be interpreted as a throw bait, even though it kind of looked like a reaction to fire. We'll get the counsel on that, but I'm inclined to believe that counts.
I don't think that was a reaction. That was definitely not.
Yeah, it was at the same time.
Yeah. Nice 2A. Oh, you barely saw the DP for half a second with the rollback.
Actually, I'm not sure if that was the rollback or the game counting that as a DP assist. I genuinely can't tell.
Curious.
Well, actually, we're spectators. We don't get to see the rollbacks.
Oh, the clash!
No!
No, she messed up her input. That was meant to be Karn.
I felt that.
The pain. Yep, you just do this here. And Dahlia, just get all that chip. You only need one hit.
I'm
DP
surprised.
got just a pixel. And the Lobelia from all the way! No way, Lavender making grand finals 3-1.
Ragna, would you start the preparation?
Yeah, like from downtown too, and like that match was really close to just ending for Lavi, because I saw that 2-way coming out. I saw that car cancel. It was almost looking over.
have screen trick shot across the map. Mom, father, get the camera. Like Rachel's father just comes in from off screen.
Yeah, it's just like actually pixel perfect snipe there. Yeah, I'm gonna be putting it up into grand finals, which honestly, low-key didn't even realize we were this progressed with the bracket.
Oh yeah, no, we're pretty far in. Now we're going to loser semis. Sooner versus Pillowtalk. My ideal end for tonight is Sooner making this run back and we get Ragna mirror grands.
That would be pretty hype, honestly, and like considering how close that was the first time around, like that's gotta be a very exciting match.
Later, just get away.
Yeah, I just these two Ragnas, it like, you know that one like ad of like the two guys moving with the trucks. You know that? That's how I feel. That's how I feel like watching Ragna movies in TMN.
Let's go.
Absolutely, we can pray for rain, but we gotta weather the storm here for Sooner. As yeah, they still got a quite a long-ish bracket to go through, but they're looking pretty good.
Yeah, looking pretty nice start, going all the way with this Yuzu. Having the confirms. Petal Burst into the Devoured by Darkness. Is that enough? Survey says. Yes, it is.
Optimized all that, very good rooting there from Sooner. But the Mitsuru, I definitely think, has been quite an annoyance for like a lot of people tonight. Not a ton of Mitsuru play. I believe TMN has its own resident Mitsuru player though, if I'm not mistaken.
We have a Singing Boss.
Yeah.
Her mitts is pretty solid, but Sooner looking like already having all of that experience against mitts, taking that game 1.
Yeah, they definitely want to make that Ragna Grand Finals happen. Alright, so yeah, I'm gonna be moving on to game 2.
Get ready.
Yeah, the round start between Mitsuru and Ragna is always so interesting because like they basically trade on round start, but I think Ragna has a slightly better deal just in terms of like the damage that he can get. So it's sometimes of the prerogative of the Mitsuru player to be a little more cautious when it comes to it, but like we'll see. 5A round start has been surprisingly rare. Yeah, both of them respecting each other.
Oh, and the patience again from Sooner, doing so much work. Belial Edge. We get a full 8k off of that.
Missing up the safe jump a little bit, but jumping out of the corner. Pillowtalk going at the corner themselves. Not able to get the punish. Yeah, gets the burst on time. Nice one to the 5C. The classic 5C in a DP.
Yeah. Yep, and this is under night 5Cs, so they are safe on block. Devoured by Darkness, get a lot of that health back. Not blocking the meaty, trying to bait for the burst. Pillowtalk not biting. And just as I say, never mind. Commentator's curse. I apologize, Pillowtalk.
I mean, I don't blame you for making that call as it was right there. Mostly because I think they had to burst out of that situation because they wanted to keep the user. I mean, Mitsuru died anyway, so it wasn't the most stonks trade in the world. But I understand why the burst came out as soon as it did. Unfortunate commentator's curse aside.
Yeah, and then the DP from Sooner taking that second game, looking incredibly hot right now.
Yeah, just like 2 games unanswered, both of them super dominant. I do think Pillowtalk's like tendency to go for DP is definitely being exploited a little bit here. Their defensive habits, I think, are pretty. They look really uncomfortable, and the last thing you want to be against Ragna is uncomfortable on defense.
Yeah, because like. Even today, I definitely I personally definitely struggle a lot against Ragna, especially with like I'm just really bad at blocking Gauntlet.
Yeah.
Like what's like it happened there? Oh, it gets caught by the low trying to fuzzy jump out. Getting a lot better. Pillowtalk already the counter hit, but we burst out. Triple overhead, but DKing on the gap, nice. And the reverse elbow.
Yeah, Pillowtalk's been really good at doing those tech chases there. And they get the cross up. This is looking like a Yuzu game right here.
And okay, never mind. Get the burst out. Safe jump. Ooh. Yeah, you get the confirm there, nice. Definitely, you keep Mitz safe though, just because that super lasts so long.
Yeah, but I think Yuzu might be paying with their life for that safe setup here. Yeah, 12k, not a lot of bar to work with in terms of this resonance game. Yeah, that Yuzu, I definitely think was kind of being their lifeline. Put them into a previously advantageous situation. We'll see if Mitsuru is able to follow up on all of that. It's still relatively close. It can really go either way. Speaking of which,
yeah, we have level 3 resonance. We need something here. Nice. Not gonna be able to get the punish there. Just so many EX lariats, and that's gonna be it. Pillowtalk getting on the board.
Finally, and just able to pick up the momentum they got kind of lost towards the end there, and bring it back there with the Mitsuru, just with some solid neutral play and good callouts, and that's exactly the type of mentality you need to have. You need to be resilient, especially after kind of getting demolished in the first 2 games, and I think Pillowtalk is looking maybe to incorporate a lot more of their user as a focal point in this match, because it is relatively hard, I think, for Ragna to deal with Yuzu. And while Ruby, I mean, she deals with everyone pretty well. Like, Ragna's, I think, been kind of a big problem. Orange is gonna happy birthday, get both of them.
Yeah. The 2A hits both.
Yeah, that the good old reverse hitting 2A, I've seen that more my fair share of times, but this is a good burst call out, going to be allowing for some nice pressure here, and suddenly the tides have kind of turned back into Sooner's favor. Unless there's a drop. Oh no. And everything's going wrong, but it's going wrong for Pillowtalk a little more. A good cross-up, though. Calls in the assist, brings in the Mitsuru to take her out, but not going to be able to bait out the burst. This has just been going, like, back and forth everywhere. Burst right at the right time. Not able to convert off the Ragna.
Yeah, nice. Ready for the Carnage Scissors this time, and the elbow gonna cross up, making this another Ragna Game 5.
Yeah, but this time it's not the Ragna player here making the reverse sweep. It is Pillowtalk, and this is quite dangerous here for Sooner. Like, you know, They had such a good presence in the first 2 games, but it's slowly slipping away. And I think a lot of Ragna players can often rely on momentum, not even just the game that they're playing themselves. Like sometimes you need some of that momentum in order to get going in like the actual like mentality of the set. So hopefully, you know, for Sooner they're able to like pick up the pieces because they've been faltering a little bit.
Do that later. Just get away.
Just lock yet again because PC Tag is a video game. Instant JA. Oh, tries to match on that, but just a little bit too late.
Ooh, almost able to get the air confirmed. Blue beat 6B coming out, and yeah, no business able to beat Mitsuru in the air and burst out at the right time and managing to get a safe burst as well. But Pillowtalk definitely has quite a leeway on this Ragna and like just scrambles back and forth. All these hits are really building up.
Yeah, no, a lot of these not necessarily paper, because never mind, because we get the TP punish. This might just be dead.
I think so. Yeah, able to call the assist in time. Yeah, that's gonna be dead here with the super, and just like that, the advantage that they had in the beginning suddenly going to need a solo Yuzu comeback with only the level 2 resonance, but this grab is a very good start. A little bit of a risky burst, but it's paying off.
First, yeah, nice block on the low. Not blocking the cross up at the last second. Slash, slash, slash. Not dead just yet. DP, the safe jump. This is looking really bad for Sooner. 5B attempt. No, doesn't get it. And Pillowtalk gonna close it out. Reverse 3-0, I believe, yet again.
Yeah, you know, unfortunate for our chances to see a Ragna Grand Finals. Fortunate for Pillowtalk in order to make that 3-0 comeback. Just absolutely immaculate, like, adaptations, I would say. And it all was thanks to just really good Yuzuriha play. You know, able to space him out. Really just putting her slashes in spots that it's very difficult for even a character like Ruby to kind of contest her, and being so tricky to the point where like even though there wasn't like super like big like cross up like CC sequences or anything like that, what really mattered was that they were slowly building up an advantage even from a poor point. So yeah, good stuff to Pillow here, but they're not quite out of the fire yet.
Yeah, you have so much more BB tag left to play, so much left to work through if you want to take this one home.
It's a pleasure
just to
meet
see who gets to fight Lavi in the grand final side. And let's see, is this okay? No, it's not a run back either way, but still, it's gotta be rough.
Already intimidating, getting that hit.
Tried to anti-air there, but just getting smacked by the Yumi. We're going to be put into that one-touch zone. Ooh, actually burst out at a time that Intimidaving just was not completely ready for, but that is going to be a DP. 5 to 4 bars on deck. I think she's dead. Unless I curse you, I'm sorry.
That's such an unfortunate curse. It's an overhead that's gonna catch both.
I think they're dead.
Oh wait, hold on. The active frames, the hit pause from hitting Yuzu made it just enough so that you get the connect on Mitsuru as well, and you get the happy birthday KO. That was insane.
Yeah, I wasn't sure how that interaction was gonna play out because like normally I think you would want to wait for Mitsuru to fall into the Akatsuki super, but in order to get that happy birthday kill, like you needed to wait a little bit. But yeah, you know, I've never actually seen that specific interaction where they fall in to the follow-ups of the Akatsuki Super. So yeah, very, very good stuff there. That was a very quick game, game one.
Extremely well played from Intimidaving.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
All right, that wild style is definitely, I think, a little hard for Mitsuru to kind of have to deal with. Like, Mitsuru has really good mid-range buttons, but like in terms of the close-range game, she could definitely struggle, especially with a character like Yumi. But unfortunately, missing that burst punish, try to go for the full G214B starter, but getting slashed for their troubles. Not sure where to block her. Slowly making their way back in the corner. Yeah, this Yumi's not looking so hot.
It's not a great look. Already so much health gone. We do switch into the Akatsuki because let that get up a little. And we get that happy birthday. That makes our things look a lot better. Especially not blocking that reset with the 5P, accidentally teching outside. And just moving around again. This movement, just to enforce this movement enforcing mix-ups is insane.
Oh my god!
And that traded. Because of course it did. Thank you, Akatsuki. Thank you, 214BC.
Very silly super. Alright, yeah, trying to call out a DP there. Very interesting grab. I think they might have scaled this combo a little too much to kill, and yeah, gonna be dropping that CC at the end. 5C getting punished here. Pillowtalk going to be at least, well, I was gonna say at least getting to play a 2v1, but not for long. From across the screen, the freaking 2-1-4B. Is this gonna be a kill? Yes, just the last hit.
Insane, intimidating. That's 2 to 1, or not 2 to 1, 2 to 0 actually.
Yeah, like
one more game until that run back.
It's been like I don't know. It's I don't think Pillowtalk has been really ready for a lot of some of the bolder calls that Intimidaving has to make, and I think also too, Intimidaving's been pretty on point when it comes to like burst baits, DP callouts too. Like they're not always correct, of course, because you can never be like fully correct, but really exploiting that part of their general habits.
I would not be shocked to say that this is the best. Like, it would not be shocking for me to say that this is probably the best that I have seen. That I have seen Intimidating play.
Yeah, for sure too. At least, like for me, I would definitely go as far as to say that this is strong here, and getting a nice 5P call out on the Yuzu slashes too. Gonna be keeping some pressure simple, but wanting to get in, wanting to get out, keep it all pressure here, and getting that throw too. And being the burst, Intimidating, not letting go of their advantage.
Looking extremely well for Intimidating, wanting to get that grand final spot back, but no, that super is going to be doing a lot of work. The 5B catches the Akatsuki as well. Oop, you have these? No? Oh, a little bit too late. Just a raw 5B?
Yeah, Intimidaving was completely ready for it. This is a multi-target DHC, so I don't think she'll be going down, but that is a very low Mitsuru, and going to be a very low confirm on the user too. No, going to be swapping over the Mitsuru. She will be going down. Get the throw bait too. This might be curtains unless there's a drop.
Which, as he said, and you get the 5D too. That's so crucial.
I'll make this hurt.
Okay. What's your incoming mix-up? That was same side. That was same side. You have to be playing so patient. Don't have the meter. Let's do the response. Yeah, EX balls.
He just does it! He just does it!
Are you serious?
Expect it!
Are
Do it
you
again!
serious?
It won him the last match! It's gonna win him the third!
Apologies for my language, Intimidating. What the fuck?
Yumi!
Look, sis. if there's one thing we've consistently been we've been saying about Intimidaving, he just be doing shit. And yeah, it's gonna be a 3-0.
Alright. I don't know anymore. I don't know.
Gaming.
And I think that's the best response that you could have made.
Akatsuki Gaming. There's just a gif of 214B, and that's Akatsuki Gaming.
Intimidating has entered the avatar state, I think.
Yeah. Absolutely ridiculous, man. Exactly what I would expect from him. Insane, very non-derogatory, but like, yeah, this is this is full power Dave. Like, they did go 3-1 against Lavi in the winners final set, but they've had a lot of time to warm up. They've had time to analyze the matchup, and like, general vibes where you told me, like, you know, Dave does generally do okay into Lavi, so who knows? They could take it tonight still very well.
Absolutely, but needing that reset, needing to win 6 games overall instead of just 3, definitely puts a hamper in that.
Yeah, but I mean, you know, they're in it to win it. We'll see how it goes.
Get ready. Get ready.
Who wins? The strong Intimidating, or no, like Lavender Ragna, the strongest baller. I messed up the quote. Damn it.
The strongest baller of today versus the strongest crackhead of today.
Versus the strongest baller in history.
It's true.
Oh, nice. Gets the overhead. Gets the counter hit too. Looking already really nice. Not gonna be able to get that 4P punish, unfortunately. Nice jump back, JA. Ooh, 5
throw.
4A. Sector was really nice there.
Ooh. Almost got the frame trap into the 5C. Nice parry, just gonna be avoiding that entire situation.
Pulled out, you know, you see him to chase you again. That was meant to be George. The input's getting messed up. We're so sad. The 2B. Oh, but the TP. Intimidating gonna be able to punish that. What are you?
The 5C. This is Dave. I don't know what he's doing. I can't predict what he's doing, but he's winning. Oh no.
Oh,
maybe.
No, the happy birthday. This is so good for Lavender.
Yeah, they balled a little too hard, and now that's suddenly going to be a 75% health Ragna getting a DP punish to punish the DP.
Phone steal! Oh, okay, it's fine, we DP.
I will say, if that was blocked, that was definitely a game-ending phone steal attempt. But you know, every phone gone unstolen is fine.
Oh, the punishes. Not gonna be that just yet. Are we gonna be blocked? No, we don't. Pixel for both players. You need to be so much more careful here, Ragna. You need to find your way in.
Yeah, Intimidating definitely has the advantage.
Very smart, letting Intimidating take all of the meter, but the blood side barely whiffing. Intimidating gonna take that game 1.
You were a formidable ally, but I cannot let down my guard.
All right, so both of them, I don't think they got water. I think they got Mountain Dew Gamer Fuel or something. They on some stuff.
Mountain Dew Gamer Fuel. It's the G Fuel makes you play better.
Yeah, it's feel like it. It's been pretty high octane. Like,
Intimidating just has a really nice gamer chair.
It's true. Who has the better gamer chair? That's usually how you decide match. Who's more comfy? Who has the headrest?
Who is gamer leaning better?
It's a pleasure to meet you.
It's time for your debut, Ragna. Go work up a sweat for the both of us.
Pipe down and get off your high horse already.
Ragna, she's not on a horse.
Can't escape from crossing fate. Fight!
What is Nago? Nago's a cat?
It's like a cat umbrella thing, I guess.
Oh, what just happened?
I don't know.
Yumi's gaming.
Getting nice 4P. Gonna tag that. That's a reset actually. Intimidating, not ready for it.
Yeah, I think they were smelling the super gonna come out.
Yep, DHC. That's a happy birthday. Once again, no, never mind. Just barely not gonna kill the Yuzu. Could have probably killed with like a counter hit, just like a counter hit by.
Oh my god! There you go.
The 5A whiff into phone steal throw bait. She's insane. She's better. Into DP to end it. That's my sister right there.
She's stolen 2 phones. What did she need 2 phones for? Is one to play Brick Breaker and one to play Plants vs Zombies or something? Like,
one is for exclusively gacha games.
Damn. I mean, considering those how much space those games take, understandable. Do you need a 3rd work phone or something? You gotta call your boss on the stolen phone.
Call your. Imagine calling your employer with a phone you just stole off of someone.
Hi, boss. I'm gonna need to call out sick today. I've had some trouble with some people around my neighborhood. Meanwhile, you're the trouble in your neighborhood. You're the
trouble. This bit is stupid. I love it. Alright, but on to game 3. Lavender only 2 wins away from getting that coveted graduation.
Yeah, it's just like this grand finals was about as chaotic as I would have wanted to be. I have nothing intellectual to say. They keep on swinging.
Wait, you said this grand finals isn't as chaotic as you wanted it to be?
No, it's about as chaotic as I wanted it to be.
Okay, alright. I misheard for a second.
Yeah, don't worry. The amount of chaos, it's splendid.
We are here for the chaos. We're awakening the chaos even. Shoutouts.
Yes.
Nice whiff punish on the 5A.
Matthew spacing here for Lavi.
Yeah, nice. Hold back, and just the counter. Nice awareness from Intimidating. Oh?
Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't go into the standard aerial race stuff.
I guess input dropped is my guess. Oh, we're chucking.
Zoner freaking Akatsuki. I mean, his fireballs are pretty good.
Oh, nice gauntlet Hades, but not gonna get a confirm off of it. Oh, happy birthday! That would have been so good if Rachel was just moving backwards, because George would have come out. Instead, Ragna's just getting destroyed here a little.
Yeah, 1 touch, probably no burst available too. That's gonna be a DP punish.
Whiff! That's so unfortunate. And you get the hit to EX Chesto. Nice, just tech out. Nice, 4A! Oh, you put yourself in the corner on accident. Get the counter hit. Phantom Lily!
Oh, no parries? Oh, there's a parry.
Coming down for the mix-up. Oh yeah, can we get the unblockable here? No, we cannot, but we get the mix-up. Intimidating does have burst here, we gotta watch out.
Yeah, very risky proposition there. Could have been a dead Akatsuki, but you know what?
Oh, the 5B!
5B! That's just what it is! They like the 5B, they want to press the 5B!
Resuming mission.
Spoken exactly like a greedy spoiled child. I want to press the 5B and I want to press the 5B now.
As a shinobi, I must be prepared at all
Look.
times.
Affectionately, Intimidaving likes the B button a lot. B Tatsu, 5B, 2B, B Fireball. It's all about the B, baby. Like,
Look, I understand. I am a Yang player. I know what it's like to be in love with the green button. When people say to get off, when people say that they're doing the green, you know, they're not talking about what you think they're talking about. They're talking about just mash. They're talking about just mashing normals.
exactly. That's what Intimidating. They want to do that.
Dana Chris, thank you. Dana Chris in chat, thank you. Put the 5B in the square hole.
Damn. My B button's a triangle since I use a freaking PS pad, so
It seems I
this is
have
a more apt comparison for me.
Put the triangle in the square hole.
It's time for your
Yes.
debut, Ragna.
Mine's just
Welcome
a
switch
blue.
for the
My
both of
I
us.
use an arcade stick, so it's just a blue button.
Oh, okay.
Can't escape from crossing
Alright,
fate.
what's the round start this time? Do we get 5A?
No,
we're
respect.
communication. Oh, this is a.
This
Is this lag?
I think this might just be stream lag. I think they're fine.
I'm hoping that's stream lag. That looks like stream lag.
Reverse Gauntlet Hades!
What a reverse gauntlet! That was insane. The punish? Ah, no, a little bit too far. Epistalia. What side are we on? We're on the left side. Oh no! Tries to go for the George again and gets happy birthday for it. That's so unfortunate.
Oh no, gonna be punishing that JC. They have meter, but
Super. Nice call. As long as we don't drop, we're fine. Set up the George. Oh, it barely dies to the 5B.
yeah, the George does have health, so very good on Intimidating to just not be afraid to finish that combo, and suddenly, yeah, Intimidating does have the meter, and well, that doesn't have the health.
Ooh, nice.
Ooh.
Is that gonna be enough? No, not yet. Oh. Rachel gets hit there actually, so George is gone. Don't have to worry about that anymore.
But doesn't keep it all burst safe here on this Rachel.
Nice,
Able
goes
to flame
low.
Trap. No, not gonna be a
Not gonna be
kill.
enough to scat. We block it though, we're fine. We need to get away now, the George. George is on the screen somewhere. Where is he?
You hear the ribbits in the back there. Nice.
Oh!
Combos? Combos? We're
And we,
gaming?
and we get to confirm. Just do. Can we just go into it? No, we can. There it is. The George counter hit, baiting out the DP. Okay, we're going to a game 5.
I believe it's time for some tea.
Match point, reset point. It all leads up to this.
No. Go drink some river water.
Yeah, just man. These people
The-
swinging.
The Ragna game 5, it's working. This is the closest that Lavender has ever been to finally getting that graduation. She is so close. Just one more game.
Yeah, just one more, but like it's been pretty hard fought for Intimidating, who
It absolutely
leaving a lot
has, yeah.
leads.
Oh? Intimidating, that wasn't the end of the set. Intimidating, it's game 5. Intimidating, it's game 5.
Maybe they just need to go reset something.
Get back in there. Like, lock in.
Man. We're waiting for our hero.
Yeah. I mean, look. Do you want me to reveal my bias?
I I already said straight up that Intimidaving is like one of my favorite players. I don't think you being biased. Well, actually, maybe me being biased is a little more acceptable. I'm not part of the official team.
Yeah, no, like
staff.
no, here's the thing. It's like, you know, intimidating's neat and all, but like Lavender, that's my best friend. That's my sister.
Look, I understand. I have nothing against her. I have no reason to root against you.
Ready your
I
weapon.
just like Intimidate.
Fair enough. It is very much it is very much like, you know, we like swinging in this house. We press buttons.
Can't escape from crossing fate.
Alright, but here we go. Can't escape from crossing fate. Game 5. We are here. I am already feeling the stress that these players are probably feeling like tenfold right now.
Yeah, good navigating through that zoning. Not gonna be a huge happy birthday attempt. Okay, a little careful.
Got Akatsuki out. Nice. Not able to get that confirm. A little bit poor positioning. Getting a full, nice, clean hit with the Yumi. Oh, a little bit interesting in the turn there. 6P tries to active switch, but not getting anything off of it. George is on the field. Get the happy birthday. As long as George doesn't get hit. Might have despawned already. No, he's still there. He's still chucking. Never mind. 5P punishes here. Yep. Oh no, the back hitbox.
Ooh, this is really dangerous here for Labby. That is a low Ragna, but maintaining that advantage, get that 4P hit, get a little bit of life back, but that doesn't change the fact that he's still in a one-touch situation. Sandwich situation available, jumping out.
Nice. Oh, that backdash is so scary. That's been an option that Intimidating has gone for so many times now. George right there. Never mind, gets clipped by the ice. Oh, that. We need to be very careful about our bursts here. We're just taking it all on the Rachel.
Ooh, trying to go for
Tries to go for the unblockable setup, doesn't get it. 5 feet.
Oh.
No, doesn't get it. Oh, that's so bad. Alright, Ragna, no meter, but level 4 resonance. This is doable. Never mind, you're getting hit by the last hit just by the very end. Not gonna be it just yet. Oh, and you tap back into it! That's gonna be the set for the first half of Grand Finals. Intimidating, getting the reset. Getting all of that progress knocked away from Lavender. We are going to a clean slate.
I expected more.
Yes, and the freaking Game 5 curse, boon, I don't know what is going on, but every game that has a Ragna in it, well, except for Winners Finals, ignore that. Like, going to Game 5 and going to Game 5 in a very, very close fashion. So, yeah, reset the bracket. They're gonna need to start from scratch, but, like, now all the chips are on the board.
Yeah, if I'm Lavender here, oh, never mind, we're just going right back in.
Get ready.
Ragna Rachel on it again. That last game was very close. Could have easily gone to either player.
I will need your strength.
It's time for your debut,
Well,
Ragna. Go work up a sweat.
I don't think either of these people, like, from what I'm hearing, they're both a little bit of psychopaths, so, like, maybe they feel great about, like, getting to play another set. I don't know.
From what I have heard of Lavender's opinions of fighting Intimidating, maybe not.
Mood.
Right now, fighting a playstyle like this, even if it can be your own sometimes, is very stressful. Oh, not ready for the 5C.
Now you're mine.
It's looking, well, I was gonna say it's looking like a perfect. Not quite anymore. Oh my god, Akatsuki
Are you
5
serious?
is a crime. Akatsuki 5-3 is a crime.
Why? Oh no, missing the input. What a 4A, but Akatsuki saying no. Honestly, yeah, no, here, you do this. You're safe. Never mind? What?
Yeah, normally, actually, I think they did the ground version. Normally the air version's a little plus. That wasn't a counter hit, so It wasn't a
Yeah.
punish.
Weird. I don't know what happened there, but Intimidaving gonna take that game 1. This is looking really good for Intimidaving and really bad for Lavender because there is so much momentum.
Yeah, like damn near perfect on the first character for this match, and like if there's not enough fuel to tank for Lavi, then like that it's not gonna look super hot for them, but we'll see.
Will she? I'm actually curious now if we've reached the point of getting a character switch.
It could be what they need to maybe
also
it
drinking
back.
water. I think she's the type to stick to her guns. She said she was playing Ragna Rachel the whole bracket. She's gonna play Ragna Rachel.
Yeah. Like I don't really see a reason to swap off it. Matchup's fine. Character familiarity, I think, is there. Like, maybe just to mix it up to like keep Intimidating on their toes. But like, yeah, I if I was in her position, like, I definitely wouldn't swap. But yeah, regardless of the decision, this is a good time. You know, take a breather, get some water. This is not something that you take lightly, especially since it's our Lavi's opportunity to graduate.
Yeah, absolutely. Just drink all of the water.
Drink an entire ocean if you maybe don't drink the ocean. Drink a river. Salt water is bad for y'all.
I think a river is still a little too much. It's like do you know how much water there is in a river?
It's certainly more than I could drink. I could maybe do it with a straw.
Just drink an entire river with a fucking straw.
Yeah, I'd be like, what am I gonna do? Put the river in a cup? No, I think give me that straw.
It sounds to me like you're just not powerful enough to put the entirety of a river in a straw or in a cup.
Yeah, you might be right.
In a juice box, even. That's how powerful I am.
Put an entire river in like a massive juice box. Yes. This is what I spend my money on.
That sounds like a Mr. Beast video.
That does sound like something he would do.
We put this entire river in a singular juice box.
And I paid $1 million to the one person that can drink it all.
I was gonna go with more of the philanthropy philanthropy route of going to like a low income village and giving the entire juice box to them.
Yeah.
It seems I have no choice but to fight.
Well, we'll have to put aside the river drinking conversation later.
Have a sweat for the both of us.
Pipe down and get off your high horse already.
Can't escape from crossing fate. Fight!
Rabbit!
The news jump down started. That jump for
Ooh, nice spacing there, but not quite getting a combo.
Nice! That's so huge, getting the happy birthday. Oh no, the techno!
No.
It was gold diamonds, it was yellow diamonds!
Yeah, too much dip on the chip and getting hit once again, and interestingly enough, no burst!
Carter scissors. No, DP, we're out of there. This is great. Okay, yeah, getting all of that guaranteed damage. Fair enough. Probably not to make DHC here. Just want to keep. Never mind. All right. Intimidaving just wants the damage.
An agreeable result.
George.
Something got hit.
Serious? Stall yet?
If you would, let's make
Tag back into Ragna. I agree.
Alright, let's see. Zone them out. They still gotta worry about the Carter Scissors though. One bad call and then both their characters might be going down. Lavi's being very patient about it though.
Yeah, you have to be. Akatsuki 5T has been doing so much work this set. Never mind, you hit it out. Great 2A.
Come on!
Nice good block. Nice!
I hope you're ready.
Alright, just Akatsuki now. Oh, this is a lot more doable, not having to deal with this, not having to deal with that Yumi.
Nutrition definitely paying off here, but managing to get
nice 5A! No, you couldn't, no way, that could have been a kill! All you needed to do was beat toss him in a super!
Yeah, the EX definitely
Tempestolia, you run right under. Oh, just walk away, yep, I agree. Are you serious?
Oh my god.
Get the frog. We don't have the frog. No, probably tried to hit DP, but just to fat finger the input. That's so unfortunate.
My power will strike down any adversary.
I'm sorry to say, but you know, like, does Lavi have it in her to really make this reverse sweep happen? I mean, definitely doable.
I think she does. I think it's there.
The grit is there. Don't get me wrong. I sense the grit, but like, ooh, yeah, I think the parts that Lavi hates about fighting Dave, they're really coming out.
Cause is just. I will not lose.
It's time for your debut, Ragna. Go work up a sweat for the both of us.
Pipe down and get off your high horse already.
Kill for kill. Can't escape from crossing fate. Fight!
Back me up. Freeze.
Nice try.
Nice hit on the Akatsuki. Could have gotten a lot more. Could have just bullied the assist a little. Probably would have been worth it in actuality. No, but just that assist is doing so much. Nice.
We're getting this right of corner position. This is where Lavi's been the most comfortable. Nice low, but not going to be baiting out of the burst. Committed to the Gauntlet. Hades 5P coming out to get a nice confirm here too. All right, yeah, Lavi, that energy still definitely hit him, but the dropped combo.
No. Inferno Divider barely just hitting.
I can't believe that all confirmed.
Oh, Rachel body block. Get down, Ragna. Nice.
No, that doesn't work.
Carnage Scissors, that doesn't work, that whiffs. Inferno Divider again, just on a pixel. Nice, gets the punish. Alright, just the Yumi now, a little bit low health. Catches the backdash with the 5A, that should be it if we can just confirm. Doesn't even need the meter. Alright, let's go. We're back in it.
Yes, and firing back with a very dominant game of their own. Alright, yeah, you know what? Glad to be proven wrong. There is still some fuel in that tank. Alright. You know, taking some time, taking that breather. That's been a very consistent thing about this set, and it's very important, you know, take those breaks. You know, obviously you don't want to take so long where you ice your opponent, but like, yeah, like it just in between set, both of these players just taking that time after a loss, thinking about what they could do better, maybe taking some water, get back in, and like all the craziness, all that type of stuff, you save it for the match itself. The pre-match, like the transitional periods, you gotta spend that time wisely.
Absolutely, yeah.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
It's time for your debut, Ragna. Go work up a sweat for the both of us.
Pipe down and get off your high horse already.
This is so much. I've already said it so much, but this is so stressful.
Rabbit.
We're committed to that same round start every single time. Nice 4P, get the George out there. Nice patience, a little bit too much. The throw is there. Is George going to be able to make it before he despawns? No, he's not.
They're setting a combo here, going for the overhead into the throw.
And
Lavi.
this is
Suddenly hits unanswered and getting hit by the 5C reset too. One-touch situation for them.
goes low, tries to 5C out. No, that goes under. Are you serious? Oh, the 5-8, this is looking so bad. You have a mountain to work on. Only level 1 resonance and only 1 bar for Rachel. This is looking horrible. Holding resonance, yep. Gets the cross up JC. Nice, confirmed. George? Nope, gets hit. Tempestalia. Just barely, no, a little bit too low.
This is looking pretty bad here for Lavi. Yeah, this is gonna have to be the absolute most insane comeback of her life in order to make it happen, and it's slowly deteriorating. And no meter available on the overhead.
Not ready for the overhead. That's gonna be it. Intimidating. It crushes her dreams and is your TMN Fates Crossing number 40 champion.
Yes, and I believe this would be their first TMN.
As an agent of justice, I cannot afford to be defeated here.
Damn.
Yep, that is it. Intimidating. I have seen Intimidating go from consistent 0-2er to consistent like top 4 placer. Intimidating finally getting that win must feel amazing on his end.
Yeah. Look, I know there was a lot of home field advantage for Lavi, and unfortunate that it had to end this way, especially on the grass of graduation. But still, really good stuff to her. I mean, really good stuff to everyone that showed up here tonight. And, you know, gotta give some special thank yous, of course. Thank you to my co-commentator, Riley, for holding it down on the mic. Really happy to be able to co-commentate with you, and just, you know, even though this is the first time, I think it went relatively smoothly, so big shout outs to them. Big shout outs to our streamer Nepgear as well for holding it down on the streaming side of things. I know we had some technical issues here for tonight, but yeah, no, glad things went relatively smoothly. Of course, thank you both for holding it down on the TOing side of things. It's a lot of good stuff here that happens at TMN, and I'm always happy to help in any way I can. And yeah, really big thank you to our players and our viewers for supporting our scene, especially these beginner intermediate tournaments, which I think are so important for the scene as a whole. But yeah, you know, I just want to give my thanks to everyone that deserves it, and I'll leave the closing words to the proper team and staff.
Gotcha. Thank you. You put that you put that in very nice words. Thank you once again, Lonely. We are going to be getting our rate. We are going to be getting our rate in just a second. We are going to be rating Giraffe. Our former Melting Blood Type Lumina comeback beat TO here in TMN. This time running his own Type Lumina beginner intermediate bracket. Anybody know? You know, with Type Lumina getting a resurgence, Twilight Lumina on the horizon in 6 months. Definitely a great time to go watch that. And also Giraffe is just a very entertaining individual. But yeah, no, that looks like it's going to be it from us specifically. Be sure to check back here next time on, I believe, Tuesday. I think Tuesday for hopefully Virtual Fighter, our Virtual Fighter 5 bracket. Jordan also a nice face to always be able to see. Very entertaining girl. And yeah, that's gonna be it. Take care, y'all.
And remember, if you ever want analysis for your gameplay, we do weekly analysis on Wednesdays. There's a form over into the BB Tag chat. Alright, hope you all have a good night, everybody. Thank you for stopping by.
Bye-bye.